It's trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, you get skill points, use them, you unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys. This. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at the exact sort of movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
This isn't just merch, it's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. Trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. We're the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.
Hello everyone and welcome back to rsc-eu. We are still in elite tier. We are still continuing with the play-ins. Of course, we had some play-in action yesterday. We are continuing on today. We're going to be starting off with 20 Raiders versus Legacy. My name is Jason. Unfortunately, we can't find a caster at the moment. Blake, who was supposed to be joining me, is unfortunately dealing with some PC issues at the moment. So we are working as quickly as we can to resolve those or to find a replacement. So we do apologize in advance for the inconvenience. But please let us talk about yesterday's action, because we saw the potentially the most exciting play-in lower run so far in Elite Tier from Darkness. They took down Blaze 4-1 with a sub-up in Rival Tier from IHA. They managed to beat Blaze 4-1, unfortunately fell to Summit, who punched their ticket to the playoffs in the lower bracket. And of course, our last series of yesterday was Nepheli versus Nguni, where Nepheli took down Nguni in the sweep. So that means Nepheli will be moving to the upper bracket, for the start of playoffs, and Nguni will be fighting their way through the lowers. But of course, the action for tonight is 20 Raiders versus Legacy to kick things off. The winner of that series will then take on Carbo in round 2 of the lower side, and of course we will finish off tonight with Magnolia versus Centurions in the upper side of our play-in. Of course, the action has been super intense so far, but we are going to start with 20R versus Legacy, who are the bottom 2 teams from their respective conferences. And looking at the stats here, these guys probably will be fairly even. They are pretty even across all. It's just slight edges between each other over in some of the stats. Of course, the demo is slightly favoring Legacy, and the defensive effort on the saves slightly favoring 20R. But of course, these 2 teams are going to be very close in skill indeed, and it should make for an exciting series. Of course, we can talk about the players themselves because we've got some exciting talent lined up for you tonight. Of course, these players have fought very hard to get to this point. I'd like to point out specifically afar from 20 Raiders, because I mean, look at that goal participation. That's 69%. It's the highest on his team. He's really helping his team facilitate throughout the league stage, and now in this playoffs he's looking to do the same. And on the opposite side, I would like to talk about Barissa, the captain of Legacy, who is on 39% shooting. That is the highest out of anyone in that lobby. So if we see him tonight, we're going to be looking at him sort of be the striker, that goal scorer for his team in Legacy. Of course, not to doubt any of his teammates in that regard. They're also shooting fairly high. That's 30 and 31% for his 2 teammates in Magic and Rico. But yes, this should make for an exciting series. It should be an attack versus defense style of game. Of course, we should get through our predictions before things get underway, so I would like to make mine. I think I'm going to back 20R here. I will take 20R in 5 games. I think it should be quite close, but I think in the later stage of the series, I think 20R might run away with the series. Of course, we are still waiting for our players to get into the lobby, so we will wait just a while longer. Of course, let's talk a little bit about yesterday's action, because I did lightly gloss over the sub up from iHung, but honestly, I was super impressed with how he played yesterday. It's obviously such a shame that Darkness weren't able to make that run all the way through. Of course, they fell short to Summit, who really downloaded Darkness's playstyle and really took it to them to make their way through to that final bracket. And of course, Nefeli up top as well, a super dominant series for them over Nguni. Of course, it did fall to that game 4 overtime that lasted over 3 minutes, but I mean, Nefeli were really just all over Nguni in that series. Of course, the run this far for all of these teams is only just starting today. We'll see if 20R can push through or if Legacy can make their way forward. I mean, it's been pretty exciting this far, I would say. Of course, we are an elite tier. We are one off a master who we will be seeing play tomorrow night. For now, we will stick with elite. Chat, I want you to make your predictions. If you've got any score predictions for everyone in chat, and who you think the MVP is going to be in this series, because of course I shouted out Barissa to start things off, the captain with the high shooting percentage, but I think Magic has definitely got a bit of flair in him. So we'll be looking to see if Magic can step up to the plate and perform on this stage. Of course, we are waiting just a little while longer for all the players to get into the lobby. Just a little while longer, folks. I hope you're all strapped in and have got your favorite beverage and snack. But indeed, it is now time for us to kick things off. Will 20 Raiders be able to take down Legacy and move on in this lower bracket of the play-in? Let's find out now as we head into the kickoff. Magic, early on the follow-up, is going to grab that side boost and leave it for his teammate, actually. Yummy, a nice catch forward, trying to play this pass towards SNW. He gets a nice fake for that 15. That's a double commit from the side of 2 players on the orange team. And that's going to allow SNW with a nice little fake for that 50. Barissa caught unaware, didn't realize his teammate Magic was challenging in front of him. How about that kickstart off for the blue side? Nico now with the touch off the kickoff, trying to recover the early goal from the side of 20 Raiders. Magic with a nice clear forward, but there's another double commit between him and Barissa. The comms might not be perfect for them for now, but Barissa does get that clear out. SNW does find that catch towards Yummy. Offloaded to 385. Rico with a nice catch. Pass to Magic, and Barissa's going to call him into action. SNW with a shot that's going to go a bit wide. Demo comes through, but the orange team are working their way out of their own defense. They bring it all the way to the blue side. Barissa's got a free look at the net. He's going to hit it high. It's off the backboard to his teammate Enrico. Can't sink it down. It's off the crossbar. Enrico's going to be forced to play it back to his own corner. Rico again collects this, recovers the play, recycling the play, looking for his teammate in the middle, sealing, reset towards his teammate in Barissa, but SNW gets that touch, and 385 is going to catch this nicely. Going to get that clear out over Magic's head, but it's going to get that 50 through, but no contact from the final player. The third man misses again, and another disaster on the defense. And 20R are going to be up by 2. That's disaster in this opening minute. It's 2 big mistakes on the defensive end. Oops in the quick chat from Barissa, but this early panic, I mean, if they're getting their nerves out early, I mean, I don't understand, but this isn't the start you want to see from the side of Legacy. Barissa now trying to recover this with the flick, but SNW makes a save. Yummy can't make contact. It's going to call Magic into action. He's got that 50 over the sidewall. Barissa trying to get that follow-up, but he'll miss. The ball falls to Rico, though. He's going to look for this potential flip reset. He gets a pass one and down off the crossbar. A fast response from Rico, and this series is already turning out to be an absolute goal fest. That's 3 goals in a minute and a half. What a nice flip reset from Rico off the catch. The defender couldn't cover the angle, and a nice way to bring Rico and his team within 1 super early into this game. And it's good that they've recovered early. Super important. They don't want to let their opponents run away with this game. I mean, now off the sidewall. Net by Barissa on the challenge. Looking to follow this up the blue team, but Magic gets that 1 touch. SNW does get that nice touch towards Rico, who's forced to make a stop. A nice pass across. Barissa does make that clear, and Rico with the follow-up. He gets that touch out towards Magic, who's looking to get this catch towards the sidewall, but touch is too heavy for him. He won't be able to follow this, and it's over the head of SNW. SNW's just post this one home. He's stolen it from Barissa. Again, the overextension on the defense. The third man, so aggressive for Legacy, and that gets 20R another goal, and they bring their lead back to 2 again. The defense from both of those teams hasn't been super incredible so far in the opening of the series. Magic looking to recover this, but again, it's a touch out to the middle, giving his opponents a free look towards that backboard. Rico does recover it. Barissa on the follow. He does get a flip reset, but it's too far away from him. 385 with that clear towards Rico. He gets that clear pinch off of the backboard. He's going to follow up the second touch as well. Does fall towards Legacy's hands in SNW. Nice offload pass to Yummy. He's going to look for this 50 off the side. He's going to get it towards his teammate in 385. Rico does manage to find that clear out though. SNW gets that 50 towards the middle. Barissa looking for that touch off the sidewall, but Yummy does meet it. SNW does take it away from him, that clear towards the right hand side. No one really trying to contest this ball cleanly for now. Magic does get that 1 touch towards the blue side. 385 dodges the bump from Barissa and gets that ball in time. Magic now with another touch towards the middle. Yummy with a soft touch towards Rico, but Rico does not get a touch he wants either. Barissa called in off of the back wall touch, tried to get a demo. Clear out is going to hit Rico once again. SMW with the catch. Gets the bump onto Rico. Magic trying to follow up, but can't do much with that ball. Barissa now guiding the ball to his corner and his teammate Enrico. SNW with a nice catch. It's going to fall over Magic's head. It's off the crossbar, but no one going to follow up immediately. Barissa does get that clear out. Yummy with a nice little redirect is going to be popped up. Is anyone there? No. Rico is going to be called into action and gets that clear out. Rico looking for the shot now, maybe going for the bottom shelf, but the 50 doesn't make its way through. Yummy with the save. Fantastic save from Yummy. Keep his teammates alive in this one. Still up by 2 are 20 Raiders. Barissa now with that clear towards Rico, but nice touch from Yummy towards his corner. It's going to call Magic into action. Does get that touch towards the backboard, but 385 with the catch. He's going to go for the basketball bounce. But Magic does catch this. He gets the ball over 1, but Yummy does pick that final ball up when he needed to. Game is starting to settle now after the cylinders all being fired from both teams. Rico does get demoed by 385. It's going to call his teammate into action. Yummy with that clear out towards that sidewall. Only gets the 1 touch though. Barissa and 385 on the 50. SNW with this follow-up. It's a redirect over the head of 1, but Rico's forced to make a save. We hit the final 40 seconds. Barissa gets this touch through. Rico looking for this touch, but he leaves it for Magic, who's got boost in the tank. But Barissa gets a heavy touch off of the pass, and you can't work much of this ball, but it's going to be a counter-attack potential for Yummy here as he gets this redirect up. No, it's not the touch he wants, but with the final 30, 20 Raiders aren't going to complain too much. A ball out towards Yummy. A demo from Magic and a pinch forward. Surely now this is going to be the chance for Legacy to get their equalizing potential to bring this back within one. It's the final 15 seconds now. Yummy and Rico off the 50. Yummy gets a pass one. It's only Magic left in this 1v1 situation. He's forced to make the stop, but 20R are still pushing forward, and with the final 5 seconds hitting now, that is going to be it for 20R as they take this first game over Legacy. Brilliant start for 20R. I think a very reluctant start for the side of Legacy as well, but capitalizing on those overextensions were SNW and Yummy. I mean, on the offensive end, they were outputting the most, and of course, deserved MVP from SNW on that 549 points. I mean, the quality from 20R on the offensive end has been absolutely fantastic so far this series. It has only been the one game, but it's not the worst start that they could ask for, considering how Legacy was shaping up on their defense earlier. Of course, Rico did try and recover it on some occasions, but wasn't enough for first game. I'd like to see a little more cohesion on the back line from Legacy. I think that's definitely the first place they should start, because their offense looked absolutely fine. It's just the defensive mistakes that need a bit of fixing as we head into this next game. I'd like to see them get some more demos on the defensive end as well, because I feel like if they aim for some bumps and some demos while they're trying to challenge the ball, I think if they aim for that kind of avenue on their defense, it will pan out a lot better for them if they can move 20R off the ball. Of course, we will just take a little while longer. Of course, streamer has unfortunately just left the lobby for the moment, so we are going to have to wait a little while longer for them to get back in. I do apologise for the delays. I do apologise again. I am trying to manage all of this at once. But yeah, let's talk about that game one. Let's okay. Yeah, we are just going to flick up the bracket quickly while we wait. I do apologise again for the delays. We've had a lot of issues tonight from production. It's not really much we can do about it. I once again, I'm sincerely sorry for the inconvenience we have caused. But yeah, we are just going to flick up the bracket for the moment. Of course, we are starting from the lower side of the play-in, these two teams. And the winner of this will take on Carbo shortly after. So, of course, for the team that wins this, they will be nice and warm heading into the next series. Of course, yesterday we saw Darkness try and carry on that momentum, but didn't turn out well for them. But they'll look to try. One of these teams will look to try and keep that one going. So yeah, we'll just wait for everyone to get back in the lobby once more. So yeah, we are just waiting for just one more player to make their way back in, and we should be back with you shortly again. Let's talk about Legacy just a bit more, because of course they were a bit flat-footed at the start. There was a lot of defensive errors from them at the beginning, but they did stabilize, and after conceding just the 3 goals, they did manage to hold 20R back for a little bit. So that was a nice adaptation and a nice little moment for them to get back into things. But we are going finally into this game number 2 after the delays. 20R looking to extend their lead by 2 in the series. A nice fake kickoff from Legacy to try and bring this one back. Does fall to 385. Rico with the touch towards Magic. He does get the 50, but met by SNW. Magic now looking for that bump off the backboard, and it's a nice bump from him that allows Barissa to come through. What a play from Magic, and I was saying that the bumps in the demos need to come through, but not necessarily on the defensive end. On the offensive end, it's a nice bump from Magic that sets up his teammate Barissa with a freebie. 1-0 for Legacy at the start of this game. Fantastic change of pace and change of ideas on the offense for Legacy that gets them their first goal. Rico now. Collects in the corners, 385. Will meet him. Looking for a bumper zone, but SNW with the follow-up. It's off the backboard, was falling down, and Yummy will get the shot. Seems that backboard is starting to be a little bit of an issue for the side of Legacy. Nice touch from SNW. Magic was forced to dodge that bump from 385 and couldn't make contact with the ball. It's a brilliant play from the side of 20R, and they'll get their equalizer very early in this game. Kickoff from 20R as well. SNW dodges the bump. Rico's up early. Won't be able to find that challenge, but does get the bump on him indeed. That allows Yummy to come through on the shot, but it's a nice save from Barissa. 385 with the follow-up, but isn't going to be able to find a clean look at the net. Barissa now clear downfield. SNW pokes the ball towards the opposite side. Yummy with a miss, and Magic trying to play the ball infield, but teammate's not around for it. 385 will collect that 50 from his teammate as he tries to dribble this towards the opposite net. Barissa with the save, and now with the clear. Going over Yummy, the flip reset. Yummy does meet it. SNW and Rico now challenging the ball. SNW is quicker to it, and Magic can't find the touch. SNW with a floater over Magic's head. 20R score another quick goal and move ahead in this game number 2. The defense not solid enough for Legacy at the start of this series. Thought that they maybe found some peace, some tranquility on the back foot, especially after that opening goal, but it seems that 20R know how to play against them, but it looks like Rico has something else to say about it. It's off the crossbar though, and no follow-up from Barissa. Magic now looking to try and keep this offense going. Barissa tries to play that ball towards the middle. Rico with a follow-up, but met by the defenders of 20R. Magic now off stealing. He's going to play a fake as Rico looks for the shot, and that's going to be sank through. No challenge from 20R. Bit of a defensive blip on their part. No one meeting this ball at all. That both members were stuck on the goal line with low boost, and that gave Rico a freebie. SNW tried to collapse with Yummy, but Rico found that one part of the goal that was left undefended. And Legacy, get their equalizer. Kick off now, falls away a Magic. A nice touch pass 385, but Yummy does follow it up. 385 with that touch towards Rico. 50 out towards Barissa, who gets that touch towards the blue net. Nice pinch through, but Magic can't follow this up too far out of the play. SNW with the clear out. Rico now with that touch over one. It's going to hit towards that crossbar, but 385 with a nice save towards his backboard. Rico with the follow-up. Yummy with a clear out to that left-hand side as Barissa gets the 50. It's going to fall towards that backboard. Water falling down towards Magic. He's going to get a free look, and Barissa isn't going to be able to turn around. So it was going wide. Barissa was expecting more quality on the shot from Magic. He trusted to see that one home, but I think Magic had other ideas. A bit of miscommunication perhaps, but still going to be 2-2 for now as Rico gets that challenge through. Falls towards SNW. SNW with that dribble opportunity to the sky, but it's going to drop down towards that corner. Yummy with the pass through, but it's towards that backboard, and SNW is going to be forced to track back off of the overcommit from his teammate. He's going to try and follow this up now. Double touch towards that backboard as Rico's going to be called in. He gets that clear out, but it's only going to fall towards Yummy. Yummy now taking to the air. Gets it over Barissa's head. SNW with the follow-up. It's going to be a shot on target. No! Crossbar down. Yummy with the follow-up, but it's met by Magic on the 50. Game number 2. Starting to increase in intensity, increase in velocity as these teams are equal on the scoreboard. SNW looking for an opportunity now. Clears it towards that orange side. Magic gets that touch towards the right-hand wall. He's going to try and rely on his teammates to get this one done as he searches for boost. Rico now looking for that touch forward. It's off of the backboard towards Barissa. He does get bumped out the way. That calls in 385. Gonna look for this touch again, keeping it in the corner. 20R 385 with a nice touch, but no, the double miss. Yummy wasn't expecting the miss from, I think that was Rico on the challenge. Because of that, no goal comes through, but the bump from 385 attempts. Rico does dodge it, gets that clear out, credited with the save. Yummy and Barissa now on the challenge. Yummy calling SNW into action, but a nice touch from Magic. fishes out 2 members, and that clear out towards the left-hand side will release some of the pressure for now. But for how long? SNW with the catch, and a nice demo from Barissa. We'll call Yummy in, but the pressure does subside for the moment. Legacy trying to break out on transition with the passing. Rico's pass to Barissa snuffed out by 385. Magic now trying to keep this opportunity out. He does get the 50. Rico off the backboard. Just get the 1 touch, but he's out of boost. Barissa needs to help him out, and does. Another touch through. SNW gets that 50 though. Magic follows up on that play. It's definitely very even as we head into this final minute of the game. One mistake could be the difference between who takes this game. Will 20R move ahead by 2 with a goal? Will we see an overtime, or will we see Legacy break through at the last second? 40 seconds now. Yummy with that clear out. Barissa with that catch. Trying to get this through on the sidewall, but it's out of boost. And members of 20R tracking back in this final 30. Rico looking for this touch. He gets it out towards Magic, but that's a double commit from Barissa. Hold on. Counter-attack opportunity for the side of 20R. Yummy gets that ball through, but Rico on the recovery. Just buying enough time to get his teammates back in. But another double commit. It's odd how close the members of Legacy are playing to each other. Barissa, on many occasions, has been playing super close to his teammates, perhaps expecting a better follow-up or a bit of miscommunication on who's going for the ball. As we head towards this final 10, Rico does get that clear out, pinch out. Barissa nicely spaced out this time, but can't make contact on the ball. Magic looking for this dunk. He does find it, but the ball's going to fall towards his corner. Dropped down by Yummy, but it does roll up the sidewall. Barissa now looking for a final opportunity in the clear out from Yummy. Magic's going to let that one drop. Game 2. We've got an overtime between these two teams. FNW off the kickoff. Net by Barissa. Rico off the follow-up off the backboard. It's dropping down towards Magic. He can't find the 50 in time. SNW shuts the door. Gets that clear out towards the corner. A nice touch in the midfield towards 385, but that's going to fall towards Rico, who will comfortably collect up the sidewall. Going to try and play this over Yummy, but Yummy with the 50. Magic realizes there's no one behind him. Has to wait this a bit longer. But there he is, Barissa again on the double commit. It's a bit panicky on the defense for the side of 20R, and it might come back to bite them, or for Legacy, excuse me. Not on this occasion. They do find the save at the last second. Trying to move towards the blue side now. Magic gets that touch towards the sidewall, looking for the follow-up touch. Just get it over SNW. You might have a free look at net. He's looking around for his teammates. Won't be able to find that touch. Yummy on the challenge. Beaten out. Rico looking to pass this towards the middle as Barissa tries to get that 50, but doesn't make contact. 385 will guide that one towards the corner. Looking to break out now on no boost is 385. Doesn't get the 50 past Rico, but SNW is going to get beaten out by Rico as well. It's a runaway opportunity for Rico! Down the right wing. Will Rico move that ball off of the first 50 and completely beats SNW? And Legacy will get their equalizer in this series. I think the defensive end was looking a bit shaky for Legacy, but a lot more comfortable compared to the last game. And it will reward them. And Rico is still producing on the offensive side. That's 2 goals, 1 assist for him. 100% goal participation in this game. And despite the lackluster defense, the offense looks good for Legacy. And that will result in their game win and their first game in the series. It's just a fantastic step up from Legacy, and Rico specifically being that offensive outlet for his team. Super important to keep their play and hopes alive. 20R. As 20R look to recover this. Of course, the next stadium will be DFH. I think actually I can change this because give me 1 second. I can. That's all right. I think we'll keep the map as the same. I do apologise, of course. The change in yeah. A bit. That's not the right map. So we will remake for the moment. I do apologise for a bit of a mess that has happened so far. We'll try as quickly as possible to get things sorted. Yeah, the recovery from Legacy in this game has been absolutely fantastic. I like the way they've changed their offense. They're getting a bit more creative. Of course, we saw the first bump from Magic. Of course, he wasn't credited for that goal, but his effort led to Barissa with a freebie. And of course, I was going to say that that Rico was on 100% goal participation, but technically that wasn't his assist. Of course, he was the last one to get a touch before Barissa did, but it was a nice play from Magic to bring his team within the first goal of that series, and of course that counted for them because they're still producing on the offense. They've given them a chance in this series, and of course we're looking to do more here as we head towards this game number 3. We do try and get everyone back in the remade lobby as quickly as possible. I do apologise. We have already kick-started this game number 3. My apologies. I've just missed the kickoff goal from the side of 20R. Nice start for them. But we will keep going. SNW is forced to make that save off of Magic's shot. 385 with the follow-up. Hits it past Rico and Yummy with the clear. Magic does try and hit this towards the middle. He might leave this with his teammate off of the fake, but 385 does read it. Barissa now tracking back as Rico's forced to make this touch. He doesn't offload it to his teammate, but Barissa wasn't quite ready for that pass to come his way at such a pace. But the fake from Rico almost gave Barissa a chance. It is saved out in the end by the 20R defense, but 385 with another miss. Magic's forced to put that one in. Disaster. Strikes for 385. And Legacy will double their lead. A nice touch from Magic. A defensive touch is recognizing the miss coming through from 385, and he'll capitalize immediately. Nice turnaround for Legacy. They're starting to switch the momentum into their favor. Big help for them as they try and continue, or start their playoff run, excuse me. 385 with a clear off the backboard. It's off the ceiling from Barissa with the double tap opportunity! How about that? Pinballing off the crossbar and off the keeper. Barissa gets Legacy their third. What a finish from Barissa. That's fantastic work from him. Right off the corner wall. Yummy can't make the read. He'll sink that through. That's 3-0 now for Legacy. Things starting to fall apart for 20 Raiders. Need to stabilize soon. Yummy's going to try and help that. He just get that clear out towards that orange wall. Magic's going to get that touch out from clear. Just get that pass towards Barissa as well as Rico's caught into action off the initial touch, but ball just bounced up. Barissa can't make a follow-up. Cleared out that halfway line. Magic caught into action, but he does whiff. Respected the touch, did SNW. Now, his teammate Yummy is going to pass this one to 385, but it's off the crossbar. Perhaps an early goal for SNW to mount their comeback would have helped, but the shooting just isn't on point. Now, stay scoreless for now. Yummy trying to get another opportunity through, but it's off the backboard. Barissa does get that clear to his corner. 385 with that pass through. Yummy's on the far post looking for that shot opportunity, but the shot is too weak, and Barissa's going to get this free clear now. Counter-attack opportunity. SNW is up early. Pushes that ball out to the side, but is it going to amount in anything? No, it's still in the middle. Magic with a clear up off the backboard to his teammate Rico. Pass down to Magic! What on earth is that play from Legacy? Magic straight to Rico off of the back corner wall. And Magic sinks that one home off the crossbar. What a finish. What a play. Legacy, 4 goals unanswered by 20 Raiders. That is stunning work from Legacy. Absolutely stunning. Their offense is really starting to shine now, and they've not had to play much defense, and that's to their benefit because their defense has been quite lackluster. But if their offense is this good, they really don't need to. SNW and 385 going to try and move this one forward. 385 with a nice 50 will bring them within 1, or within 3, excuse me. Fakes the ceiling pinch, does go down, drops down immediately, gets that 50 through, muscles it through. 385 will get 20R there first. Potentially, and hopefully many more. They've still got 2 minutes and 15 to work with. Should be ample opportunity. Get more goals in. SNW with a 50 of his own, trying to get this past Rico, but Rico does guide that one to his corner. Yummy now on the follow, looking for that flip reset off of the touch off the side wall. He did get that flick through! Everyone is just styling on each other in this series, in this game number 3. Yummy now with a solo effort off the side with a nice little flip reset. The perfect flick over Barissa. And his teammates won't be able to help out. And that's now 2 goals in a row for 20R. Game really has opened up, hasn't it, since this game number 2? So many goals from both sides coming through. Hopefully we can see more of this, because I'm all for it personally. It's just a walking highlight reel at this point. All of these players, as SNW, or Yummy, excuse me, gets that shot through. Magic forced to make the save. SNW now is here. Barissa leaves that for his teammate, but 385 gets that 50 through. Barissa called into action. That 50 comes through to SNW, who looks for the shot, but it's wide towards that left post. Magic now on the follow. Looking for an opportunity to get that through 385. But the clear out to his teammate in the middle. Looking to follow this up, but it's cleared out. Rico trying to follow this up, and a nice pinch from SNW. It floats gently towards the opposite side of the field. Barissa follows up Magic's touch, gets another one through off the ceiling, potentially looking for that pass in Rico. No, opting for the shot, but Rico with a pre-jump. Trusted his teammate to get that towards him, but it's saved by SNW in the end. Passing now from 20R to get out of defense here towards the orange corner. Rico, excuse me. Gets that touch out, 50 towards Magic in the opposite corner. Barissa on the follow now. 385 called in. Rico gets that clear out. No one following up immediately, but here comes Yummy. 1 touch only as Magic gets that clear out. Barissa looking for the follow, staying around, hanging upfield as Rico gets that touch out. SNW forced to make the save potentially. He does find it. Barissa now on the catch, off the ceiling again. We've seen this one before, but this time 20R defense is wiser to it. Rico now with that touch out. Barissa finds the touch off of his pass. Rico on the follow-up in the corner, trying to play this past SNW. SNW with that shot through, but Barissa and Rico collide. Rico didn't realize that Barissa had a free shot. They could have sank this game, but it is still in the final 10. Magic looking to put this one to bed, but in the final 10 seconds, the members of 20R have got to sink this one as far as they can. They've got to try and push this through now, but they won't be able to find that opportunity. Final seconds tick down. Legacy, their high scoring at the beginning of this game, will get them that game win, that second game win, as they'll move up 2-1 in this series. And that's just fantastic work from side of Legacy. I mean, their offensive outlet has been fantastic so far in this series. That is brilliance from them, and brilliance from both Magic, or honestly, all 3 members. As I do apologise, my camera has frozen, so give me just 1 second. I do have some good news for you. Of course, all the mess that's happened in this series so far has been deep, as we do live on the there's no, but whenever we're ready, we should be able to introduce you to both myself once I fix my camera, and there we go. There we are. So, apologies for the scrappiness as we head towards Utopia. Finally, my co-caster has arrived. I apologise for all of the struggles so far today.
Oh my god, someone said it's late. So I've had enough already. I want to leave.
Oh, dearie me. Listen, we'll give you a formal introduction, Blake. Welcome to the cast. We are currently 2-1 up for Legacy as we head to this game 4. How are you doing tonight? And hopefully we can get you going. So Blake, do indeed introduce yourself for the people that do want you here.
Hello, sorry guys, I am late. You guys know me by now. I don't need to introduce myself. You see my face and you think, oh dear. Magic though, well, I can tell you, 20 Raiders see Magic's face and they probably think the same thing as he passes that to Barissa and they open up the scoring.
Indeed, Magic offered that follow-up from his teammate and Barissa's got a freebie. SNW low on boost, couldn't make that follow-up. And that results in the first goal again for Legacy. That's 3 times in 3 games in a row that they've scored first.
A bit of an interesting one. Sorry I haven't been keeping up. But I'll tell you, 20 Raiders do not let that lead last very long. The kickoff works out well for 385 milliseconds. Yummy first for that one, off the cheat, puts that in the back of the net. And we once again have a tie game.
It is indeed tied once again. A nice recovery from 20 Raiders. A lot of early scoring from both of these teams. They can't seem to settle themselves, can't seem to stabilize at the beginning of these games so far. 385 now, off the catch on his back wall. Yummy called into action off of the bump. Rico trying to get this touch over one. It's over the backboard, but barissa's caught too far forward. Maybe Magic can get a follow-up. No, he's going to be forced to wait because 20R is there to meet it. 385 looking for this opportunity to play it downfield. He does find that catch off the sidewall, but he's got no boost to follow this up, so it will be cleared out by the side of Legacy. Rico on the follow-up. He was hanging around downfield, and this is what I've been seeing a lot from the side of Legacy. They are hanging around downfield, but that's going to cause problems for them as barissa thought that maybe Rico would have a better touch off of this, and that's going to result in another goal for 20R. SNW gets this clear out, and that's not the first time that they've been caught off guard with a random shot from almost pretty much on the halfway line, Blake.
That one finds its way in way too easy. Barissa's got to be dealing with better, especially when it's coming from the own half. SNW able to pick that one out, made it very, very awkward. Barissa needs to probably get back on the reaction time test because it took a while, but Magic able to Barissa ends up putting that one in. Sorry, I thought it was Magic bundling that one in the back of the net, and it's tied once again, and this is a goal fest.
It is indeed a goal fest. It's been the name and the game of this series so far. I mean, these teams just can't stop scoring on each other. Of course, Legacy dropped 4 on Raiders in the last game, but then it's already 2-2. Different situation to last game where Raiders were chasing the game from 4 behind. This time they do have an opportunity to take the lead on this game number 4. This is Yummy looking to push that ball further into the orange corner. He doesn't find the bump. Is anyone home? He gets another bump as well, and 385 will sink this home. Blake, what a team play, and what a solo effort from Yummy to get his teammate in.
Able to get that one round. Yummy demoing one on the backboard, smashing Barissa into space. Absolutely no man's land in the back of the net. Basically doing it all by themselves. 20 Raiders 3-2, and neither of these teams want to keep a lead, so we'll see. But as I say that, 385 with the ceiling pinch, able to sink that one straight in. Rico makes that too easy for 385. I say neither team want to keep a lead. But 20 Raiders go and extends their lead now by 2 goals.
I mean, I'm pretty sure both teams realize, Blake's here. We've got to score now. We've got to put all the goals in. They want to see Blake on all of their highlight reels when they get their clips of the week. Rico now looking to try and push this forward. It's met by Yummy. Magic will meet him on the ceiling, looking for that double touch. Takes that away from Barissa by mistake, but again another double commit. The pinch. What is that? What the hell is that? Rico and Barissa combine on the pinch, and they bring themselves back within 1, Blake.
It's a game full of team players. I genuinely think they are doing that to impress me. Rico able to score that one. Barissa rolling it off the top of Rico's car. 7 goals in not even 2 minutes. I want to keep this up. This is fun.
This is exciting. I mean, given all the delays and problems we've had so far in this series, I think both teams are trying to make up for all of that with as many goals as possible. I mean, it's peak entertainment. It's peak cinema. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yummy now looking to try and sink a 5th. 420R. Barissa does meet it. Off of the tracking back in that middle of the field. Magic just get that clear over SNW. Met by 385. Off of the side wall. The pinch does get past one. He's going to try and knock it over another one as well. He just get it past 2, but can't find that dunk over Barissa. But Barissa's getting hassled on the back line. SNW can't follow this one up immediately. Will get that pinch out. It's going to drop down off the corner wall. Magic now with a clear towards Rico. Rico does get it, but a double commit. And what? How? Genuinely how? How does this keep happening, Blake?
I was about to say we almost had a minute where no one scored. They fly at each other in the air. I'm not sure who that was that absolutely got dunked. It manages to find its way into the back of the net. 5-3. 8 goals. We're on track for 16. 2-goal lead now for 20R. Not a bad way to start this game, especially when the series is the way it is with Legacy 2-1 up. Yummy trying to show off again. 385 with the flip reset. Magic almost beats out SNW. Rico infield pass cut out by 385, who will try and go themselves off the side, will cut out by Barissa. This one's going to roll for Yummy, who gets 1 touch. Can't get it round. Magic does get given the goal credit. Rico popping this one high, unable to recover on the wall, so has to drain boost to get the pinch. Almost round 385, who cuts that out. Barissa pokes this one into the midfield, nice and high, or sorry, nice and low. SNW able to get contact, give it to Yummy, who can only pass that to Rico. Wrong colour team there. 385 tripped out in the midfield. Barissa flip reset, uses it to get round one, not really punishing enough, and now we finally had a minute of no one scoring.
Breathe, we can breathe. Finally, both of these teams choosing to settle down. Eight was how many that they wanted to make up for. I mean, listen, it's been absolutely fantastic so far this series. Rico looking to put another one through, try and bring his team back in, but Yumi's going to try and follow this one up. It's going to spill out towards that blue box at the top of the field, but Yumi is going to be able to meet this off of the touch from SNW. He's going to be able to follow this up with the rest of his boost, but it's met by Magic. Follow up from SNW now. We'll play this slow, looking for the 50. Barista gets this out towards 385, but he does not make contact. That ball rolls up. Magic looking for this touch, trying to pinch it down, but a nice recovery from Yumi will send it to the other side of the blue corner. Now
that's
the pass
a nice
towards
pass.
Stingray. That is a nice pass. It does make its way towards the blue net, but it is saved out.
Rico trying to pass it infield again, 385, diving at that with 0 boost. Magic up again, challenged in the air, 385 still low boost, trying to play the corner. I think it gets stolen by Rico as Yumi tries to pinch this midfield. Barista just getting around that. Big miss by SMW now. Barista takes the 50, Yumi tries to follow, can't quite make contact. 385 again in that corner. To be fair, 20 are doing exactly what they need to do. They're just forcing all the boosts to be drained from Legacy on defense, smashing it into their corners. They don't need to score, they just need to keep the ball away. 10 seconds, and for a minute we were, well, 2.5 minutes ago was the last time we got a goal. I'm pretty disappointed, but if you're 20R, you don't need to score another one. 5-3, that will do, and that will tie up the series.
That will indeed tie up the series. I mean, do any of these teams want to play any defense? Like, it's really starting to irritate me a bit. I want to see some last minute saves on the goal line, but no. 20R will sink 5 on Legacy. Revenge from the last game, and they do tie up this series 2-2. I mean, Blake, I think now we can give you a formal welcome. So thank you for sorting out your issues for us. So I'm not alone. But I mean, what have you made of this chaos?
I hope the entire series has been like this, to be honest. 385 and 20 are, to be fair, brutal on the offense. Yumi and SNW scoring some goals, which, well, I guess 385 as well, all scoring goals which probably shouldn't have gone in, especially some of the double commits in the sky, sort of chucking themselves at the ball. Legacy were better on offense. I feel like they did have more pressures throughout the game, and that just shows with the shots. They did have 3 more across. 20 are very, very excellent on the defense. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many you concede. If you score 5, you're probably going to win the game, and they'll be looking to continue that momentum. But based on how close this series is, I wouldn't be so sure, as the momentum doesn't really seem like it's a thing.
Yeah. And I mean, if the momentum keeps swinging like this, I feel like all it takes is just one dire mistake from either team for the other to sort of swipe away at the momentum in this next game. Of course, we are moving to game number 5. Both teams are tied in this series. The winner of this will have themselves a date with Carbo just after, as we head into this kickoff now. 385 will win it. SNW on the follow-up. He's got 40 boost in the tank and to guide this towards the backboard. It does make it towards his teammate in Yumi. Yumi forced to make that shot towards that far post, off the post! A nice, clean, clinical finish from Yumi, and 20R will get there first. And if there's anything I've known about patterns in this series, we're going to see about 10 more goals in the next 10 seconds.
This is a fun way to start the game. After 2.5 minutes and a bit of disappointment in the last one. 9 seconds, that's exactly how we want. Let's keep up this scoring rate. 20 are continuing to be brutal on the scoring. This may be awkward for SNW, who has to rely on 385 to get back, as that wasn't the greatest kickoff in the world. Barissa passing that infield. Yumi's got to go up, gets the big clear out towards 385, who tries to get a skim. Ends up hitting the ball, but goes to the corner. SNW this time trying to put one on target. Yumi with the follow as well. Barissa denying that midfield pass. Kind of just floats across into the 20-yard corner. 385 taking control. 0 boost. Rico pops this one high. Forces a double commit by SNW and Yumi as they both go for that. Yumi ends up calling SNW off, so maybe not as harsh as it possibly could have been. Rico trying to get this out towards Barissa, cut out by 385. And 20R so far in this game have been really, really good at controlling the midfield. I say that, and Yumi goes straight past the ball, so 385 has got to take it back to its own corner and reset.
Gonna try and reset, but Magic, look at that 50 on the sidewall, reading that play nicely, but can't make any more of it. SNW with that clear out. It's high, and floats towards Rico. Magic may be able to make another play on this on the opposite side of the wall. He's been lurking on the enemy back wall, both Rico and Magic, and Barissa's going to be able to get the shot through, but 385 shuts the door at the last minute on that top corner. But I like what Magic and Rico are doing on the offense, despite them not scoring just yet. I like this play from them. I like how they're lurking on the backboard, waiting for these clears, waiting for these touches from 20R, so they can keep their offense going and recycle the plays. Magic looks to sink this one through. Magic is the first man, gets that one into the bottom corner. A nice finish from him. Catches that clear from Yummy, unaware.
Magic able to slot that one in the corner. 385 covering the net. Uses all the boost, to be fair. Supersonic just a little bit slow. It's a great placement to tie up the game. A little bit longer than the last one. So unfortunately, no, chances are we probably won't get 8 goals. But we will see. Still plenty of the game to go. You never know. They might score another 6 in the second half. As 385 passes down to SNW, who does make contact. Barissa able to get back, make the save. This skim's going to be awkward as Magic dives to that. SNW does make contact, but gets demoed in. Thank you. Rico in the sky, takes the 50, comes off the bottom of the crossbar. Magic doesn't make contact, being now poached by SNW. Is Yummy able to fire this one on target from the halfway line? Pretty much an open goal, but 20 Raiders take the lead once again.
Do indeed take the lead once again. So the poor touch from Rico, I think, and he was caught a bit flat-footed, didn't recover off of that touch, and that gave Yummy a free look at the net. All he has to do is roll that one home. 20R will be happy with that outcome. They do take the lead again in this game 5 as we have played the first 2 minutes as we move towards the halfway point. Yummy now off the kickoff again. He's going to fake this one for his teammate in 385. It's going to be bouncing towards SNW, but he can only get as far as waterfalling down as Yummy ping-balling off of the crossbar and the post. Somehow 20R don't come away with a third.
All 3 players getting shot credit in that occasion. I'm not really sure how that didn't find its way in. Barissa given save credit in the end, to be fair, does well. But yeah, as you said, it comes off the post, bounces into another one. This time it might be open from the halfway line. It hits the post and the crossbar as Rico fires this to the backboard. The backboard defense hasn't been there. Magic able to put that on target, get it past 385 and level up the game. And that was awkward for SNW, just could not read that touch.
I honestly think these players are like, hold on, we haven't hit the goal quota for this game yet. We need 6 more, fellas. Goodness me, that is disaster on the backline for 20R, but Legacy will get their equalizer for, I don't know how many times we're going to say that this game, because both teams just keep scoring and they can't stop. Rico off the flip reset. Can't get it past SNW. Barissa collects that ball in the middle. He's going to try to play this one towards that blue net, but doesn't get it past the keeper. And a miss from Rico is going to call 385 into action. He's got 1v1 against Magic potentially, but the fake from Magic, what a play from him. Nice mind games from him. Gives his teammates a chance to come back through as Rico's going to collect this. Going to try go for a flip reset again. Does get it over SNW, but he's floated this enough. He's forced that ball to his teammate. He's going to pass it off to Yummy. Yummy towards that backboard. Barissa should be there for the clear and does get that clear out indeed. It only falls as far as 385. Playing this towards that right-hand wall now. He does get that fake under one, but Rico is wiser to it. SNW now off of his own wall. Magic does follow. And 385 will play this to this opposite corner as Rico is still there. Rico is still lurking off the backboard now. 2 players commit for the enemy team, but Barissa doesn't find that finish.
That backboard has been a major weakness for this Legacy side. 20 Raiders, sorry, I got that the wrong way around. For the 20R side, and Legacy able to take control. You saw in their last goal, that's exactly how they scored off the backboard just on that occasion as well. That's another opportunity. SNW taking notes from 385 as he goes up. 385 last time. This time it's not quite a ceiling pinch, but a ceiling double. Barissa can't make contact. 20R take the lead, and let's see if they actually want to keep it on this occasion rather than just giving it away like they have in the last few times that they have taken the lead. It doesn't really seem like either team wants to keep a lead, to be honest, or really know how to. But as I said earlier, if you score more than your opponent, you're going to win the game. And SNW off of Yummy's pass, 2 goals in quick succession. Can't discount the pass from 385 to Yummy. SNW, really nice read. Bounces that, finds its way into the bottom right-hand corner.
And it's starting to crumble for Legacy. Things are starting to fall apart for them. You can see that they're not holding onto the ball for as long as they'd like. They're losing possession. They're giving 20R many free looks at their backboard, and they're not there to defend it either. So that gives many free shot opportunities for 20R. They're going to try to recover this now. And of course, they've been playing so aggressively, pushing their third man so far forward so much this series, and they're going to need that now. They can't let up. They can't take their foot off of the gas as Barissa looks to push this one towards that blue net. Magic on the follow-up. Can't get it past one teammate, but hold on. How was that sank its way through? Rico off of the the pinch from Magic. I thought he didn't find that way through, but he's threaded the needle. What a pass from Magic.
Magic off the sidewall, off the backboard. Rico throwing everything they had and the kitchen sink at that one to just about reach it in the corner. Zero boost is able to find its way in. 4-3. Would not surprise me if we get another goal in this game or in this series, as Magic trying to tie it up. No flip reset. Not really sure. I feel like that was a little bit of a scam. That's not a touch Barista would have wanted, as Yumi's able to slow it down in the corner. That's exactly where they want it. They got no danger. Infield pass by Rico. Nobody there to connect. So 385 again able just to smash that. That's a little bit awkward, but Yumi once again finding that corner. 20R, to be fair, especially in the dying seconds of these games, have been very, very good at controlling the pace. And I'm now happy because we got 8 goals in this game. But if you are a Legacy fan, you've just been beat 5-3 in a row. You're now on double match point for 20R. It's going to be a bit awkward for Legacy. And remember, this is unfortunately their last life in the lower bracket.
Is indeed their last live. 20R will pass the Blake check and get their 5 goals from the last game. That is indeed match point for them. Double match point, as you said. And I mean, the offensive pressure they've been putting out has been fantastic so far, Blake. I mean, since you've arrived, they've been putting up an absolute clinic. That's 10 goals in 2 games. And the individuality from 20R and also on the team plays as well, on both avenues, they look absolutely fantastic. Hold on. Am I?
No, this is my fault. Don't get me wrong. 20R, I do this every stream. It's just classic. Timeout has been called by Legacy. Very, very late, to be fair. But honestly, I'm not surprised. Losing 2 games in a row, 5-3. 20R, 10 goals in 2 games. Brutal on defense. As I said, their defense needs to be tightened up a little bit. They're still letting in some silly goals, but at the end of the day, they're scoring more than Legacy, so it doesn't matter how many they concede, as long as their number's bigger than their opposition's. But yeah, does it surprise you that a timeout's been called, Jason?
No, I think the defense definitely needs a bit of work. I think mentioned it earlier that, you know, they're giving 20R a lot of free looks. They're not really trying to challenge the ball early or force it for their teammates. They're kind of sitting around on the goal line waiting for 20R to make their plays before anything happens. I think that's a bit of a weakness for them. I'm going to look to use this timeout to try and sort that defense out. But again, on the offensive side, they look absolutely fantastic. I think it's just the defense that needs a bit of work. And I think, given how their defense has shaped so far this series, I think for both teams definitely they need to sort it out. But for Legacy specifically, it's hurting them more than it's hurting 20R.
Well, 20R in that game, I know they didn't in the last game before, but in that game they had more shots. So both teams had 3 saves, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that many when you've got 5 goals and 3 goals scored against you. It's almost 1 for 1. But 20R just putting the shots on, getting into better positions. Their positioning in and around the box has been superb. They just need to tighten up that defense. And if they do that, they'll be very, very tough to play, especially when in the lower bracket run. Legacy, they've got some work to do. They are finding opportunities, but nowhere near as much as 20R when it comes to that offensive third. They just need to get more shots on target. I think their rotation needs to be a little bit smoother, especially on defense. They need to get the last man back, because at the moment there's too many gaps being shown. There's one too many open nets for 20R. Maybe not exactly open, but close enough.
Yes, indeed. I think work rate is the word that would sum up everything we've just said. I think the effort that Legacy needs to put in on both the offense and the defense needs to be better. They need to bring some more quality in if they want to bring this series back as we head into Game 6 on Neo Tokyo. Can 20 Raiders complete their 6-game set win over Legacy and bring themselves in with a chance to make playoffs against Carbo later tonight? Or will Legacy continue to write their story in stone? So we're almost ready to get this game underway. Blake, will we have more than 8 goals or less than 8 goals this time?
Are you asking me what I want or what I think? I think there won't be as many goals. I think now Legacy have taken a timeout. They'll be talking about what they need to do on the rotation back. I think 20R, it's very hard to go into a timeout. You're sitting there for 3 minutes. sort of just waiting for your opposition. At the end of the day, there's not much you can change yourself when you're winning and you've got winning ways behind you, because you don't know what your opposition are going to do. You don't know what they're going to change. Very, very powerful having the lead, especially with a double match point, because if Legacy do end up taking this and we do go to Champions Field, they have the advantage of being able to call their own timeout, stopping the momentum early, and this one goes in field. SNW absolutely brutalizing Rico on that front post. Timeout buff. We'll see whether it works, but for now, it's 20R continuing their domination of this game and scoring first.
I mean, that's a huge double 50. First on 385, how fast he was up to that ball towards that backboard. Didn't give Barista any time to react. Forced him to play in an uncomfortable situation. 50s that ball out to his teammate. And I mean, and the follow-up 50 as well. The crunch on the goal line there for the side of 20R was huge for them to get their first game. Legacy now on the back foot, already off of the timeout. A pass through to Rico to sink this one to the far post, and it's a nice save from SNW. Yummy with the follow-up. And already, this game is starting to pick up the pace just as much as it was in the last, Blake.
I feel like there's a few less gaps so far in this game to be found. 20R have had a little bit of pressure against them, but they've been able to deal with it quite well, especially with that save by SNW. Very, very smooth and nice and easy, especially with that rotation. Legacy are getting a few more chances, and because of that, but they're getting shots on target, not quite doing enough at the moment. This one goes to the backboard. SNW is going to try and take control. It's going to be very, very awkward in front of the net as the pinch goes a little bit behind Barista, who was probably a little bit too far forward. Gets the flick, tries to get the 50 through Yummy as well. Magic can't pinch this one. Back pass towards Rico, who takes the shot at an open net, and it finds itself just left to the post. And that will be an opportunity which, if this does go down to one goal, they'll think that they've missed out, that's for sure.
Indeed, they missed out, but a miss from Magic. He does crunch it down on the 50. They will breathe a sigh of relief. The equalizer comes through for Legacy. It's SNW with a poor touch, and 385, he can't make contact. I believe that was Rico playing spoiler on the bump. Magic comes through and crushes that one in. Oof, I mean, that was a slight scare. Maybe a bit of luck gives them that opportunity to equalize. And, well, Blake, I mean, it's been two goals, one apiece in this opening 2 minutes.
Feel a bit bad for SNW on that occasion. He was on low boost, got an awkward touch to start with. 385 getting bumped away, so he had to go himself. So kind of caused his own demise. 385 probably would have been there if they didn't get bumps. But SNW on zero boost makes it awkward for himself. Can only get as high as a double jump, especially on zero. That's a nice little bump from Yummy, but it won't be able to stop Magic trying to get a double. Yummy's just now sitting in front of Magic as Magic tries to get Yummy out of the way. This one clears across towards Barista, who goes sidewall. 385 is up. Barista touching it over the top towards Rico. Rico getting a shot on target, saved by Yummy, able to control that as well. Cut out now, SNW passing only towards Rico, who gets one touch, looking to get the pinch to midfield, takes the 50 again, and another one. The ball's just sitting in the corner. Yummy trying to take advantage of the three players up as Yummy fakes out one. Rico's going to be very awkward on zero, calls Magic into action. The shot comes out off the inside of the post. That was close by Rico, unable to make the save, but all three of the Legacy players caught on no boost.
Caught on no boost indeed, and that is just the peppering and the damage that 20R were doing on the rotation, on their offense. They were cycling the enemy boost perfectly on that play, and they caught all members of Legacy flat-footed. Legacy running out. So, huh? What? How on earth has no one made contact on this ball? Rico's going to get credit off the kickoff, and that's just 385 with an uncharacteristic whiff from him. It's going to bounce through Blake.
385 jumping way too early on that one. I think he probably thought he had less time than he did, as that one was able to bounce in front of the net before it even went in. A very uncharacteristic mistake. Rico trying to get another one as that's in the corner, and the shot comes again. Great save demo on Magic by Yummy. Yummy trying to get contact with that. Barista is just going to hit it towards the corner. Magic zero boost now, cut out well by Rico, but not who they wanted to give that to as it goes across to SNW, rolling this across the goal. Going to try and demo Magic and get the corner boost. Yummy bumped by SNW, so not able to follow that as well as they want. Trying to abuse that backboard. Rico is going to be there with next to full. Uses all of it to get a soft touch. Now this is going to be awkward as Yummy can't quite read that one correctly, able to let Barista take a shot, cuts that off well though, and Demo comes in the infield. This is going to be awkward as Magic is up, and 385 gets rid of it. 1 minute to go, we still have a tie game.
Still a tie game. 1 minute to go. SNW with an early shot towards that near post. Barista does make the save. Going to control this one in the corner. Trying to get the flick over 385. 385 does find the touch. Going to find the follow-up as well. Looking for the flip reset, but the ball does get away from him. Rico now on the follow. Gets that clear over Yummy. 385 and SNW trying to backtrack. SNW gets that clear through. It's going to bounce off the corner, but Barista is there. SNW now with that touch through. Still stuck in the orange corner are the side of Legacy. That clear does go through on 385. It's going to drop off the crossbar. Rico looking for that clear out. It does pinch out. Magic's going to be called into action here on the jump. Gets it over Yummy. Magic looking for that second opportunity on the touch. A double commit on the goal line. It's going to keep that ball out. 20 seconds now. Barista gets that touch up. 385 clears it out to the halfway line. Rico's going to collect. Going to take this one off the wall. SNW is there to challenge, but it's too slow. Rico looking for this bump onto Yummy. What a play from Rico. And with 10 seconds, Legacy have got their lead. What a play from Rico. Solo effort. The work rate from Rico gets Legacy potentially to that tiebreaker game 7. 10 seconds now. The ball does fall towards Rico. SNW trying to get this clear out. Looking towards his teammate, but with 2 seconds left, they've got to keep this ball up on 0 seconds. Barista puts it down. Legacy bring us to 7.
Mistaken. Take the timeout. The timeout buff works dead well for them, and they do end up winning. It looks like 20R are not going to make us wait another 3 minutes, and they are just going to ready straight back up. They did have opportunities in that game to win, but just look at the pressure that Legacy had. 14 shots compared to Raiders 7. Forced Yummy to have 5 saves, SNW to have 4. They must feel a little bit hard done by on defense, as they did tie it up that defense. Exactly what we said they needed to do, but it came at the cost of their offense. And we will be going to Champions Field.
I mean, I'm super excited. This is the first Game 7 I've ever casted personally, so I'm super excited for this. Blake, I don't know about you, but I mean, this series has been absolutely fantastic so far. It's been absolutely incredible to watch. I think all of these players are really stepping up individually on a mechanical level, but it is time for Champions Field. Will the raid be successful, or is Legacy's writing simply too fire? Blake, let's have it. Let's have this Champions Field tiebreaker.
Welcome to Game 7 land, my friend. It's great fun out here, especially for the casters. Not so much for the producer or the teams waiting in the wings to play after, that's for sure. It will mean we will be going late today, almost guaranteed. Well, especially with best of 7s, but you know, it's with all the technical difficulties we've had and stuff like that, it happens. These players are prepared for it, they know what's going on. But here we are. You'll see the map around us. It causes pain. We've had some moments on Champions Field. We'll be looking to create another memorable one. There's not a lot to separate these two teams, as the scoreline suggests. 30 seconds gone, a little bit of a deadlock. Nothing happening just yet. There's his first shot on target, but it's nice and easy save for Rico.
He's going to fall towards his blue corner. SNW does make that touch, crucial touch, and gets it over one as well on the follow-up. Yummy picking up that ball. The pace is definitely getting higher than ever. Barista forced to make that save. A double whiff from 2 members of 20R. Aren't able to make contact on that ball and squeeze that one through. Now Rico on the touch. Change of cart for him. Maybe the placebo is going to change things for Legacy. They did win that first game off of his solo effort, but he's going to look to do more. Magic now off of the 50. Barista's going to catch this one nicely, but he's going to pick up that boost. He's on 60 in the tank. He does get that 50 through. Yummy gets that touch over, looking for the flip reset off of the bump. He doesn't make the touch that he wants. It's going to mean Rico is going to keep that ball in. Barista now towards that right hand side is 385, looking to get it past Magic. Magic does get a touch onto it, and Yummy on the redirect passes it towards his teammate SNW. That's open look. SNW gets 20R there first.
The first goal coming from 20R. Yummy able to pass this infield to SNW. Great read. Both Magic and Rico jumping at that with next to no boost. 20R looking to secure this in 7. As this one pinches across, bounces round, makes it awkward for Rico. Barista and Magic in the middle, no boost. Barista just trying to get rid Great pass by Rico towards Barissa. Still 0 boost though, as 20R is going to slam this one downfield, forcing a backflip from Magic, who rolls this round towards. The pinch comes out. It's going to be in the midfield. Yummy and 20R not ready for it. Takes it over the top of Barissa. It's going to be tried to... an attempt by 385, sorry. Couldn't quite make contact. SNW getting shot credit, was just off target, as that is going to be awkward for Barissa. Now is Yummy trying to cause some upset around the offensive third. Rico trying to do it up the other way. This is going to go into the box. Barissa's there first. SNW makes contact. It's given the save.
Given the save, and now Rico on the follow-up in the midfield. He's going to try to get this past his opponent in Yummy. He does get it past him, but 385 on the follow. Barissa now plays that ball towards the middle of the 50. Magic with the shot. It's going to be high and wide. Barissa can't make the turn. He's going to turn now, but no, Rico's caught in on the rotation. He's going to try and push this one through. Rico! The early equalizer from Rico, and honestly, this man on an individual level has been absolutely fantastic, Blake.
Awkward commit there by SNW, as it looks like he cuts out Yummy. Not the greatest defense this time by 20R. They get the save credit, but at what cost? At the end of the day, the credit will go towards Rico, who was on 0 boost, but able to do everything they could with that one. Yummy trying to go up the other end, cut out by Barissa. This is going to be awkward for SNW now, as he's got to control it on the backboard. Takes it to his left hand wall, trying to pinch this one out. Lands at the car of Magic, who's off the corner. No double touch as Barissa takes the shot, forces Yummy to make the save. Rico is up, beat out by SNW, and Magic will now try and limit any damage. Maybe not though, as Yummy goes towards the backboard. 385 with the shot. Open net, 2-1.
Yeah, Magic caught a little flat-footed, and Barissa gets absolutely dusted by Yummy. That gives 385 an open look. 20R again with the lead. How many times are Legacy going to call on Rico for this clutch? Because he's done it twice now. Surely a third time is impossible. In this game number 7, 20R with the lead. Legacy looking to equalise once again through Magic. Looking for that air dribble towards that backboard, but it's met by SNW. Barissa on the follow-up on the opposite side, but no, it's a whiff from him. SNW gets that cleared down. It's going to force Rico to make a touch towards his own corner. Magic, another whiff from Magic. Rico, his teammates need to step up in these final 1 minute and 40 seconds. Otherwise, 20 Raiders might run away with this game. SNW, or Yummy, excuse me, looking for this touch as 385 gets that touch out towards the corner. Barissa with that catch. Yummy looking for the 50, going to keep this in the orange half. SNW on the follow for Rico. It's 50ing out again, rebounding back and forth laterally across this field. Nice touch from Barissa, looking to squeeze this one down as Yummy can't get that immediately through off of the first touch. He does play it to the corner though. 385 with a follow-up, looking for that double touch match. He's got to make contact here. He does indeed. It's Barissa now, looking to play this ball downfield once again. Only gets it as far as 385. He's going to play this to the opposite side of the field. Yummy can't beat out Magic. Magic towards the middle, but SNW makes that touch. Final 50 seconds now, Blake. It looks like that things have settled down, but it's still the lead for potentially Legacy if they can get this equalizer. Now Magic will sink it home. There it is, Blake. With 45 to go, it's equal score again.
Caster Curse kicking in. This one hits the roof and the backboard. Magic top shelf, able to level up the game. As we said, we're in game 7. It'll top it off even more if we go to overtime. You just prove how close these teams have been. At one point, when 20R won, were 2-1 down, ended up winning 2 games in a row, 5-3. I looked like it might be finished then. But a great timeout from Legacy. But this one's going to try and go to the backboard. It's very, very awkward from 385, smashing it against the floor. The follow-up by Yummy sinks its way into the net, and 20R take the lead once again.
And it's that backboard defense we've been talking about all series for Legacy. It's their one weakness that has been exploited by 20R. They've found the gap in the defense on so many of these occasions, and with 24 seconds to go, they need something now. Do Legacy? They are running out of ink for their story. They need to get something now in these final 18 seconds. Rico's going to look to put this one home! Rico again! How many times have they called upon this guy to keep them in this series?
This guy just cannot stop. And it sails into the right-hand side. So tight between these two teams. Rico showing his brilliance in this game, scoring 2 goals, especially in the dying moments from Legacy. SNW trying to pass across towards 385, makes contact in the corner, who dives at that one. Yummy now waiting in the middle of SMW. It's going to go to the backboard. We're going to go towards SMW. He's going to try and keep this alive. Infield pass. It goes flying across. We can't make contact. We have a Game 7 overtime.
I mean, how much more intense could this series get? Game 7 overtime between these two teams. They've been back and forth for so long. 7 goals will be the final in the series. But to who? Barissa looking for this double tap off of the backboard. No, it's too far and wide. SMW looking for this opportunity to clear this out. Yummy on the follow-up. Going to try and play this around the corner, but he does miss. Barissa is called in. Does try and get this over SMW, and he does. 385 forced to make contact. It's over Magic. Rico is going to collect this one safely in his corner. Going to guide this one up the wall, get that dribble over 385. He's going to play this towards the right hand side. 385 does make contact in actuality. Does forward toward SNW. Barissa forced to make contact. No, he's a bit awkward. Going to call on his teammate Rico. Double commit for Legacy. It's going to fall towards Yummy, but he can't make contact, and SNW is going to be forced to make this next play.
It's going to bounce nicely for SNW. Rico does well to cut it out. Yummy's there again. Big battle in the midfield between these two. Rico end up passing to Magic in the midfield. Can't get the shot. I stand corrected. Gets the double. This one goes off the crossbar. No follow-up by Barissa. Massive opportunity there as SMW can't wait around as this flies towards 385, who loops this one high. Barissa is going to be up. 385 passes infield. It's none of his teammates there. Rico slamming this down towards Yummy, who gets a cut that probably that probably will land towards SMW after 1-on-0 boost. Barissa towards the corner. Magic goes underneath of that one, tries to take control. SMW with quite an awkward pitch as Magic pitches off his own corner, will make it go into the net. The timeout buff from Legacy works. Magic finish it off with a cucks pinch. The net is open, 4-3. That is how you use a timeout effectively from 3-2 down to 4-3. Legacy are your winners.
Do not be mistaken. This is the script, and it's been written by Legacy. They will win in 7, 3-4, and they punch their ticket to a date with Carbo in, honestly, after how long that series is, I don't even know if they're going to be full of momentum or full of exhaustion.
Both, I would hope. But the run through the lower bracket is always an excellent one, especially when you are on that side. And you win a game like that, you're going to be full of confidence. You know how close it was. 20 goals for Mistaken, 20 goals for Legacy, 21 for 20 Raiders. Nothing to separate these two. 20 are a little bit more when it comes to the demos, 24 compared to 16. I want to have your prediction. Who's going to get the match MVP?
Oh, I mean, after that performance from Rico, surely it's got to be him. I mean, that is crazy individual output to keep your team in it. But that Game 7 from Magic, he really did step up and didn't leave it up to his teammate. And there it is. It is Rico. I am correct. I mean, that's just fantastic. 8 goals, 4 assists off of 21 shots. The offense from Rico was fantastic, Blake.
2,600.7 games. Deserved match MVP, if you ask me. 8 goals, 4 Rico, 4 assists, 8 saves. Only the one demo didn't need to do much more than that when it came to being brutal. He was there for the offense, scored the crucial goals, especially to take it to overtime, and I've got no complaints with that one at all. What a series.
What a series indeed. And of course, that is the end of the road for 20 Raiders. They bow out at this stage in the play-ins. And of course, Legacy will try and continue to write their story as they come up against Carbo in the next round just after this. So I believe, Blake, we are leaving you just for the moment, but we will see you again for the final match of this stream. So before we do cut to a quick break, would you like to quickly give any shout outs to anything, or will we see you later?
No, you'll see me in a bit. Looking forward to casting that upper bracket. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Apologies for any technical difficulties. You know, we're all human at the end of the day, but also we're all using technology. It's always going to go wrong. So let's just not wait around any longer, because otherwise people are going to moan, and we will cut to a break and we'll see you very soon.
This isn't just merch, it's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. Trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. Wear the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.
This is trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, you get skill points using the unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys, watch this. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at the exact sort of movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the rsc-eu. We just saw the craziest Game 7 of all time where Legacy managed to turn a new page in their book, taking that win over 20 Raiders, and now they have booked themselves a ticket with Carbo. My name is Jason. I'll be joining you for this cast once again, and this time we've got Liquid Sight who will be joining us for this cast. Welcome to the show.
Hey, well, it's always good to be part of the action here. rsc-eu is always just juicy with details, and you never really know what's going to happen. I mean, the fact that we're in an elite tier, we do see some very interesting mechanics. We see kind of some people on that bubble, but it's exciting. I did see some of that game before. There were some misplays right in, I think that was game 6, where one of the gentlemen got up a little bit too early, which was something you don't normally see. So I'm always excited to be part of the casting crew, of course.
Of course, welcome. And of course, this is still the lower side of the play-in, so of course Legacy aren't secure in the playoffs through the lower bracket just yet. They've got one more shot against Carbo, and of course Carbo are victorious. They will advance alongside Summit. Of course, later tonight we've got Magnolia against Centurions at the top side, and of course the winner of that one will advance through the uppers and the loser will go through in the losers side. And of course, we have had a lot of delays in a long series before us, so we won't keep you around too long. We will try and head as quickly as possible into the action. So we will put our predictions down as quickly as we can. I will start with my own predictions. I think that Legacy might run out of steam as the series goes on. I think they can bring a good fight towards Carbo this time, but I don't think they can go all the way. So I think they'll bring it to a game 7 though. So I'll take Carbo in 7.
I was gonna go a little bit faster. I think I'll take Carbo in 6. I think they're, like you said, it's always difficult in the lower bracket just to be going through that entire gauntlet. So yeah, I'm gonna go 4-2 for Carbo. Sorry guys, but I think you'll put up a good fight, and we're excited to see what happens on the pitch.
Yeah, we'll be super excited indeed. Of course, both of these teams have been working so hard to get to this point. Will Mistaken Esports' legacy, will Mistaken Esports' legacy be able to continue writing their script as cinematic as it has been, or will Carbo harness the elements to stop them? It is taking to the stage on game number 1 in Manfield Night. I'm super excited for this series. I mean, the play-in has been absolutely fantastic in Elite Tier so far. There's been so much action happening across the board. Of course, yesterday we saw so many high-flying games, and I have just been informed that as we're about to get into game number 1, we've got another game crash. So I do apologize, but Liquid, we've got to do a bit more yapping. We've got some more delays.
We've got a waffle, do we? You know what? I always find the difference maker in Elite is not necessarily a single player, but the team that's able to cohesively find those infield passes. The team that's able to dig it out of the corner and get it back into those striking zones tends to be the ones that gets a little bit more those final goals. And obviously, the team that's able to hold their composure, because as the third man, that's always that position that's always so dangerous. Is that the one where you're going to dive in and keep the pressure on, or are you going to back off and play defense because at this point in time, both your teammates are far too deep and not able to really convert the play. So it's one of those situations where in Elite, it's those little decisions that are going to make big opportunities. And I always find the infield passes are going to be the biggest difference makers.
Yeah,
and of course,
sorry, please continue.
Oh, I was about to say, and of course for me, my biggest, I'm always a big fan of demos and collisions and physical plays, because there's always so much more that happens after the ball. I mean, I think a lot of people that play this game are always focused on where am I touching the ball and how I'm touching the ball. But you have to remember, there's 2 other teammates in this game style that are there. So after you're done playing the ball, you now have the option of playing your opponents. And I think a lot of people forget that.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's the kind of style that Carbo will bring to the table on this occasion. Of course, I think Legacy leaned into a more individual style. We saw a lot of crazy solo plays from Rico specifically to keep them in that series towards the back end of that best of 7. And of course, Magic on his own, that pinch to end the game in that overtime, a huge clutch play from him. But I think that's not really the style that Legacy sort of leaned towards that you described earlier. If that's something Carbo can do, maybe they can use that against Legacy, because if Legacy are playing a little more individualistic, they're not playing too much off of each other, that's probably something that Carbo can capitalize on.
Yeah, and when you have a team that's really relying on one person to make space, a lot of the times in those situations, you can allow that player to outplay themselves. Because maybe they can overplay one person or 2 people, but to be able to overplay all 3 players, there's a good chance that you're going to be able to maintain control and get that ball back and then start your own attack. So it's always that I was going to say Rochambeau, but it's the rock paper scissors game, right? It's that mental game. There's obviously physical mechanics that separates all of the individuals on the field. Some people have very good dribbling mechanics. Some people are very strong in the air. You know, all those little things. But really, when it comes down to it, this is a game of mental aptitude. Are you able to predict on what's going to happen and how is it going to happen? And are you going to be in the right spot?
And I feel like that's been the story for Rico specifically. Is his read on the game in that last series was fantastic. Of course, in that second half, he was on another level. I feel like he was playing above what we'd expect of an elite tier player, really showing his mechanical capability and his awareness. And of course, he had his teammates in Barissa and Magic who were supporting him on those plays. They weren't really standing out too much, but they were doing what needed to be done. I think I was a little too critical perhaps of them, because in the back end of that game, I was really looking at Rico and how helpless he looked, but they really did step up in that final game 7.
You know, and to their credit, if they have that momentum moving forward, right? But this is the gauntlet for the lower bracket. How long can you maintain that high before you just start to crumble? And I think for Carbo, if they're able to make the first goal, they will tear that high apart very quickly.
Indeed it is, and I do apologize for the delays once again. We are almost ready to kick things off in this game number 1. Of course, implications on the line for this series. Carbo looking to stop the momentum that Legacy have been mounting. Legacy looking to create the craziest losers run we might potentially see in all of RSC within Europe. Of course, you spoke about how crazy things get, in this side, on this side of the pond. I don't know if things are more relaxed over in North America, but things are definitely getting a bit crazy over here, Liquid.
The geopolitical landscape is always fun for us over here, but as a Canadian, I think we're okay. We're pretty relaxed. There's nothing to get too upset about. I think you're still trying to join the game, so that's okay. We'll start the kickoff here with an easy win for Legacy as they start the attack, and is very quickly turned around by Liam, and Rico has to get back up on that backboard. Slumpy's going to try and control it into the corner here with a couple good touches. Wanted to get that boost steal, but not able to, as we see both his teammates are sitting back pretty strong here, as Liam's got to get up on that backboard. That was a very dangerous situation, as Jezere had to very quickly get up for that. But this looks like an open net. Not sure what happened here, but Carbo is just rewarded with the first goal. I think this was a situation where third man back dove in to try and keep the pressure on, but the right play was to turn back and actually cover the net. And here we have that situation where I was going to talking about, where Carbo has drawn first blood and first demo, and now it's on Legacy to try and battle back. And they're in a situation where I think they might have a bit of a mental game ahead of them.
Yeah, this is the writer's block that the members of Legacy will face as Liam sinks another one through off the air dribble. A fantastic solo effort from him. I think the exhaustion is starting to show for the side of Mistaken Esports. Look at that play from Liam, gets it over Magic. That's the second time where Magic's been caught as last back, and the ball has sailed over his head. I mean, Liquid is looking a bit rough in this game 1 for the side of Legacy.
You know, there's still lots of game to play, right? So it is a pretty good indication. Liam with a fantastic flick, and Rico has to get all the way inside of his net in order to save that. But it's there's still lots of game to play, so there's still lots of opportunity for more things to go wrong and more things to go right. But it's one of those situations where when you're up by 2 goals, you can really kind of sit back and control the pace of play as Liam removes 2/3 of the team. What a fantastic save by Borish to control that. Slumpy's up now, not to be trifled with, as this is a situation where Carbo is bringing the aggression and not holding anything back.
I mean, that was a really crucial save from Barissa. The highest, I think, defensive contributions from Barissa over the league stage, and of course is showing up in this game. We didn't see a lot of that in the last series, but it was their offense that got them through, as Rico's forced to make a nice flick over to make sure Slumpy doesn't get that goal in. Now looking to dribble this past in the midfield. A nice demo from him, and the follow-up from Magic to come through, and Rico looking for the redirect, but it's a nice save from Slumpy to close down that opportunity as Barissa's forced to track back. Does play this towards their corner. Slumpy looking to take that corner boost. Slumpy does get that 50 towards Liam. Liam off of the sidewall, looking to dodge that demo and get the follow-up shot. It's low, and Rico's forced to make another save. Plays it towards his corner. It's Jezere. Can't make touch on that. Rico with another clear out. Slumpy does get this touch through, looking to pass it in the midfield towards Liam, but it's met by Magic on the 50. Barissa looking to catch this, but he does get the one touch, and it's cleared towards Jezere, who guides it safely to his corner.
Liam has just been a gnat, just a big nuisance. I think he went on a bit of a tirade. There was about 3 or 4 successive demos that he took advantage of. I don't know if he was just trying to get inside the mind of someone there, as Magic removed the last defender, but unfortunately didn't have the support to make that final goal. So Liam was out there just being a nuisance. A little bit of some infield passes, not able to connect the way they wanted to. Desiree, I think, is going to try and get a little bit of a cheeky touch there. Borsa has got control, and I think, oh, they almost had one more touch. Rico moved from the field very quickly by Desiree. Magic trying to make a play, unfortunately saves it there. And Liam is trying to move the ball out of the field. This is becoming a little bit more mayhem, but I'm seeing far more aggression from Carbo, far more control from Carbo, and ultimately this is not quite going the game that I think that Legacy wanted.
Yeah, Magic, I think he tried to get the bump onto the committing keeper, but I think they were just sat on the floor, all 4 wheels planted on the ground, and as a result, Magic ended up blocking his own teammate's shot. Potential to bring the members of Legacy back in within 1 in this game, and of course, if they start off scoreless, it's going to spell disaster for them. But a potential shot from Liam, saved on the goal line by Rico. That's a huge defensive effort from Legacy so far, but they need to get their offense going. That offense that looked so beautiful in that last game as this pinches out towards Liam. Can't make a touch on the ball. It falls past him. Legacy forced to make the save. Barista might have an open net here if he can play this through. Magic on waiting on the follow-up, but the touch is too weak, and the members of Carbo get back in time. Their defense does stay alive as we enter this final minute, Liquid. We've got 1 minute left, and up by 2 are the side of Carbo.
Yeah, it's not been looking for good for Legacy. I mean, there's points on the board for Rico, like you said. He's had a lot of solo plays. He's able to move the ball, but just not able to move it far enough into that goal line. There's Liam again hunting on the field. Puts him a little bit out of position here. Jezere's caught on low boost. Slumpy tries to make a play, but fortunately, Jezere was in the right position. Liam got up fast enough now. They're holding them 30 seconds. Time is not in Legacy's favor. And I think if you're Carbo, you can sit back, do those demo plays, although they were on the recipient end of that one, and do the demo plays and just try and get the little annoying touches that aren't going anywhere. There's another midfield attempt as Liam, again, the aggressor on this field. You have to wonder how this is going to carry into game 2 from Liam.
Yeah, he's been performing fantastically so far in this game number 1. As we head to 5 seconds, they've got to score now. Our Legacy, Rico's going to try and put the shot on, but he won't make contact. The demos come through, but that is going to reach 0 seconds. Kept scoreless, our Legacy, where their offense was looking so great in the last series. Carbo have completely shut them out in this game number 1. I mean, Liquid, that is a brilliant turnaround, and honestly, it's a night and day shift sort of from the last series.
You know, it's a different team with a different play style. It's one of those things that you do have to adapt based on what you're facing. So here we're seeing Carbo coming out and being very aggressive with the bombs and demos. So either Legacy has to be a little bit more forward-facing and aggressive, or they've got to figure out how to make the holes, because there really wasn't a whole lot of opportunities for Legacy.
Yeah, the opportunities
to play
weren't really. Yeah, exactly. They didn't get a chance to play, and that's what 20R were doing to them in the last series. Every time where 20R had momentum, they just weren't giving Legacy a chance to play the ball. They weren't giving them much time on it, and I think on the opposite side, on Legacy's defense as well, they weren't really trying to force any errors out of 20R on 20R's offense. They weren't really trying to move them off the ball and try to make them play in uncomfortable situations. I think that's what Carbo have done to Legacy right here, and that's why they didn't have as many opportunities to score.
I think it's also very interesting that I felt like the ball that pretty much that entire game was in the air, which isn't uncommon for Elite, but there was no one taking low 50s. There was no one doing control on the ground. It was a lot of the times hitting it up in the air, trying to keep it up in the air, and everyone was in that space. So if I was Legacy, I'd try and flip the script. At this point, I'd try and take something low, take a low 50, be in control, have your teammates be ready for where that 50 is going to go, and try and change the pace of the game, because having it high in the air wasn't working for you. So
yeah, I mean, that is just how it is for. No, it's fine. I mean, it's been a long night for me so far. I'm missing some of my cues, but I will cut you off on this time. Yeah, I mean, this is how it is for Mistaken for this current situation that we've got as we head towards this game number 2. You said flip the script, of course. The director says that this script isn't working. We need a new one. We need to change the story. We need some new characters. We need some new storylines. We need some new development in our current cast as well. I mean, This is the situation that Mistaken are in. They are down 1-0 to Carbo. I mean, this has happened so many times now. Liquid, I mean, it's another delay. We've got to remake the lobby once again.
So it's a good thing we don't get a yellow card for this, delay a game or anything, right?
No, I don't think. I think we're fine. I think as long as we're not playing, I don't think we get penalized or anything. But we've dodged a bullet on this one.
Did you watch any of the FIFA results? I feel like it was only a couple weeks ago, but I haven't had anyone to talk to about it.
The World Cup, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
of course. As a Brit, you know, where you know the whole "it's coming home" fiasco. Of course, that one hurt. But yeah, I mean, the final was hilarious. I had a brilliant time watching that one.
So as a football novice, first of all, the word soccer, just to inform you all, is something that came out of Cambridge. Not a North American term. Just going to throw that one out there. It's a British term.
So I think
you could go find that one.
I think there's going to be a petition to remove Cambridge from the United Kingdom. you guys over across the pond, you guys can have them if that's what they're calling it. if they coined that term. Well, we'll talk less about the football. We'll talk more about the Rocket League as we are finally getting underway on Forbidden Temple for this game too. Liquid, what can we expect out of Carbo? Are we going to think more of the same? You know, not going to change much, or might they see what Legacy are up to and see if they are going to adapt on the fly?
I mean, if I was Carbo, I'd run the same game. I'd let Liam was doing a great job. I think he was getting under the skin. I think he was pretty demo heavy, but he wasn't totally out of position. So I think, they were talking about it a little bit as the players. Oh, there you go. It's Cesare. Just sinks that one quickly off a just unforgiving kickoff. But I was about to say, Liam and the players were talking about it after the fact, after the first game, and there were some comments about demos. Nothing terrible, not like what you see in ranked where people lose their mind. But there was definitely some comments as we see Liam again removing Borisai. Here's a dangerous waterfall as Rico equalizes very quickly. It's 8 seconds in, and we're back to a 1-1 game, which is basically 0-0.
Blake's not watching this, because if Blake is, I think both teams have now tuned into the Blake check. Are they going to score 8 goals in this game? We'll find out very shortly as the kickoff returns. We are still 1-1 with 10 seconds just being played. Demo onto one side of a Legacy member, but Magic will pick it up and try to get this 50 through. I think that's Josiah. I think we've been saying it wrong this whole time, so I do apologise. As Rico gets his follow-up. Off the side wall, looking for that pass into the middle. That pinch down. Magic wasn't ready for it, though, but Slumpy does collect this and looking for that counter-attack opportunity. And Barissa!
Oh, my goodness!
Barely gets back in time off of the crossbar.
That was a hair of a touch, but just enough to wing it off the crossbar. And I thought there was going to be a lot more panic in the front, but as it was controlled quite quickly, and defense was very smart to get that ball underway. Now they're not quite out here, as Rico is going to try and throw it into the midfield. Borisai, I think, wanted a little bit of a softer touch and try and carry that in, as Liam very easily saved that one. Rico is out of boost. Magic had to make an adjustment at the last second there, as we almost saw a 2-1 lead for Carbo, but here's the 2-1 lead for Legacy.
Yeah, just like that off the counter, Rico following up that touch from Magic, gets that ball over Josiah, and Slumpy again caught creeping up as third man. This seems to be the story for both of these teams on the defense. They get too far forward to the play, not realizing that there's a follow-up going, and I mean, Barissa will just sink that one home. He's not been the scorer for his team so far today, but he'll take that one with any delight he can get as Josiah looking to play this against Barissa now. Liam with the follow-up onto the sidewall. Rico called it in. Gets that pass towards Magic, who's got a free look at the net, but it's shut down by Slumpy.
That was a great positional save. I think he just tried to get in the way, not really trying to do anything, but just trying to predict where that ball was going. But here we're seeing again, the ball is kept up in the air constantly. There's no opportunities for it to get down on the ground. Nobody's talking about or trying to take these low 50s. Slumpy looks a little bit backwards. I'm not sure what's happening there, as Barissa is trying to collect a boost out of the corner that just didn't show up. Rico, we know he's been dangerous with the control on the ball. He's going to try and get that pinch, not the position that he wanted, and now it's moving downfield. Liam with a nice little touch towards the net. making it just ever so slightly dangerous. Slumpy tries to get this under the crossbar, but unfortunately collects Rico instead of a goal.
Yeah, that was close. A nice flick from Liam to test the keeper. It granted Carbo some offense for now. Slumpy's going to keep this one in check. Magic does get that touch towards Barissa. Barissa on the clear, but they have given the ball away. That's going to allow Josiah to get that ball to Slumpy. He's going to pass it towards the middle, but Liam, too far away from the play, only can get that 50 out towards the corner. Rico on this next challenge. Liam with a miss. That's going to allow Barissa to come through. Josiah gets this touch through into the middle. It's a flip reset touch from Magic to play this one up. Barissa might have a free look if Slumpy doesn't touch it, but no, Rico's been called into action looking for that shot over. Bar down, it's going to bounce through Barissa on the follow! There it is from Barissa, 3-1 for Legacy.
As soon as nobody went for that ball, Rico had that lined up, and both Slumpy and I think Liam turned on the ball at the exact same time, whether it was miscommunication or what it was. But Legacy, I guess the break was just enough. It's not working for Carbo. I mean, we saw the way the game started with Carbo getting that very quick kickoff goal. I did not imagine we'd be here at 2 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock, and it's 4-1 for Legacy.
Yeah, and the hard cheat kickoff not working out for Carbo. Unfortunately for Slumpy, Magic did have a read on it. And of course, Rico was on the softer cheat, so was able to react in a better way compared to his aggressor. But look at him go again. Rico now on the edge towards that corner. Rico cannot be stopped tonight.
You know, I was surprised on this play. I mean, hats off to Rico. Oh, Magic did get the bump on Liam. I was about to say, if I was Magic, he went and caught that corner boost. If I was Magic, I'd be running anyone that's on defense out of that whole zone. I think that's what ended up happening. But hats off to Rico for making those fantastic touches. Here's an opportunity for Josiah, not able to get it on net, as Barissa is going to throw it in the midfield. Not any teammates there, but he's going to collect a defender and shove him off the wall. Magic throws it against the wall, not going to do anything there. Barissa is turning around, trying to get aggressive. Rico's in there now too. Liam loses the pinch, but it goes right over to Josiah, who's able to make a play, but it's quickly caught by Barissa. This is a situation where I think all the players are cascading onto each other. I think people are just getting hungry for those demos and physical play, and it's turning into a little bit of a bloodbath. Rico tries to redirect that out of the corners. Barissa's got to collect this. Smart play. It's a little bit higher of a bounce. They've got no boost, but it looks like they've got enough time, and Magic trying to make a play. Rico takes it off the dome from him. Rico looks like he was going to challenge that. Barissa ended up being the one, and Rico once again on the ball, not able to make the connection that he wanted to.
Barissa now tested against Slumpy. Slumpy does get that dunk, so that means that with a minute going, Magic is forced to make that touch off the backboard. Josiah does follow this one up, but Rico does meet it on the clear. It's going to bounce up nicely for him. Looking for that second opportunity. The pass towards Barissa. It's a 50 against Liam, but does spill out towards Slumpy, who's going to make that clear out. Josiah waiting on that sidewall, but Magic cuts it off very early. A nice heads-up play from him to stop that attack from coming out into fruition. Rico forced to make that play towards Barissa, but Josiah does make that touch. With 30 seconds now we're coming to, Liam does get that touch out, but it's looking a bit dire for Carbo. I think with this final 30, they've got to score 4 goals, and I think, Liquid, this might be a bit impossible for them.
I think this is Legacy's game, if I'm being honest here. Carbo just either... They very quickly gave up on the physical play. I have not seen Liam demo anyone or be physically present, so they're trying something new. Here, there's the low 50 that we saw. A little bit of a fake. Might be rewarded here with a cheeky goal. Again, panic on the goal line. Everyone, the ballerina, just absolutely missing and twirling across the goal line. We're going to put it into the ground. Legacy comes away with, I think, a very strong victory. That was, what, 5-1?
Yep. Indeed.
So no mistaking that they can be here and they can be present. But that first game, very different. Liam was a thorn in their side, and in this game, he wasn't. Rico, again, very strong, 729 points. So he had all the opportunities and motive to touch the ball and move it how he wanted to freely. And Slumpy and Josiah just were not there closing Rico down. So we had some panics on the goal lines on, I think, both ends. They didn't result into anything. But if I was Carbo, I'd either have to rethink what I'm doing or just give it another crack. You got seven games, right? It worked the first time. It can work the third time.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to keep trying their luck. I mean, you pointed out that Liam wasn't having as much as an impact compared to that previous game where he wasn't getting involved as that lead blocker, as that sort of disruptor kind of style. And as a result, that gave Legacy many more chances on their offense through Rico, as again, I mean, he's just been fantastic so far this evening. You have to give credit to him, and his teammates are supporting him super well. Legacy are moving forward. They've flipped the script, and they've just given it to Rico. Rico is the director now, and in this game 3, he's looking to bring Carbo to ruin as Josiah gets this touch over. Double commit from Magic and Barissa, but Rico's there to follow it, and Barissa gets that 50. Liam isn't able to make any more follow-up on the play, calls in Josiah once again, tries to get that past one, he does indeed, and there is Liam on the 50, but Magic does meet it, and he's going to take this ball out. He's going to get this mid boost as well, as Rico sits on the other one, so boosted up, but Rico is demoed, so he will be back on 33. Slumpy now, look at the redirect attempt, he gets past one, it's open for Josiah! No, Magic does eventually find the touch that keeps them out and keeps them scoreless.
I mean, what a defensive read by Legacy. Those are some great small touches by Carbo to try and, okay, cool. Great small touches by Carbo to keep the pressure on and just turn something out of nothing here. And Slumpy just able to beat Rico, who was on low boost, goes up for the pass and just slams that one in by Liam, who, as we were saying, wasn't as present in the second game as he was in the first game. I think he's made his presence known quite quickly. Is it Jezire? Jezire. I got it now. I got my head around it. I see it. I see the words. Jezire is trying to make himself known here, as Liam's going to slow the ball down. He gets one touch. He's going to win this in a 50. I don't think Slumpy was ready for that midfield, as Liam and Slumpy just collided with each other after a bump. And here we see Magic, unfortunate touch, a backflip by Barissa. I don't know what's going on. There's some weird touches and misplays, but I mean, the game is 1-0, almost 2-0, as Magic just had the shot stolen away by Barissa.
A bit of miscommunication on the goal line. Couldn't quite find that equalizing goal. Nice flick on from side of Carbo. Slumpy tries to move this into the middle. Rico with a touch. Liam does get the catch for the sidewall double, but it's another double commit between Liam and Josiah. But Josiah does find the bump. Rico is forced to move that clear. The bumps are starting to come back for Carbo. Magic does collect this on his own back wall. He just play it back, but that's another double commit. I'm a bit confused by how Legacy are playing right now, because their double commits seem to be a bit panicky. I feel like their communication might not be as on point as it was previously in that back end of that last series, but Barissa's going to try to put the shot on to get rid of any uncertainty between him and his teammates, and he's now following up on this again as Josiah gets that 50 over. It's bumped out the way, but that does help it over Rico, so Barissa's going to be forced to track back again. Ends up leaving it for Magic. Magic with the catch. Just get that 50. And that's going to spill through off of the post. And Rico. Oh no, Rico. You've been playing so well tonight, my friend. But that read is going to result in an own goal and 2-0 for Carbo.
You have to feel for them. I think Rico just kind of watched that ball sail and thought it was over. And it bounced back to him and just not able to react. And I know we were talking about physical presence, but in that last minute and a half of play between goals there, Rico was the aggressor. I think he got about 4 or 5 demos. I think Barissa helped save that one in that situation. And I saw in the last game, Barissa was getting a little aggressive too. So I think, just a perfect shot placement by Slumpy, and just received well off a great infield pass by Liam. Did all 3? No, 2 of them went up for it, and neither one of them could catch it, as Legacy is now lagging 3-0. So I don't know if we're going to see flip-flop games like this, where it's, anything you can do, I can do better. And we're going to see these absolutely changing games from one to the other. It was 5-0 in the second game, and here we're seeing at least 3-1, as I'm joined in the booth here by my cat.
Barissa does get a nice 50 through, and Rico following up nice and close. Does get them an early goal, as Barissa does steal the credit for that one. I mean, we'll talk about that last goal as well from Liam. You said, of course, we spoke about how much more involved he's on the offense now, but of course you were talking about those infield passes at the beginning of the series as well. They're playing into that, and that's what's ruining Legacy at the moment. They're not trying to cut off those infield passes. They're waiting for the shot to come through and reacting to the aftermath.
I think it's definitely right. It's Liam there. Just about punished them. Slumpy, I think he had a fair amount of time to get control here. This is dangerous here as Rico's up. Didn't quite get as hard of a shot as he wanted there. As the demo comes out by Magic, tries to collect Desire, and he had to jump out of the way. Barissa is not sure if they should be turning on the ball or not, as Magic is now on it and faces up against Slumpy. I think that's fair to say that he lost a 50-50 if Barissa was able to collect it. And I think this is a situation where all three of Legacy people are up against that corner. So a whole lot of field was not being covered in that situation by Legacy. And Barissa is just being overly aggressive at this point. I think I saw them touch them again. And again, low boosts this situation. Magic trying to meet up with Rico, able to get that touch, but Carbo was able to read that play. Liam is going to slow this down. Fake one. Take a defender. And now we're down the other way. Slumpy, I mean, at this point in time, if you're Carbo, you just have to have the slight touches. You don't really have to be going for these banging shots. However, Slumpy with the flip reset and just enough going end to end. Well done, sir.
I mean, that was just fantastic end-to-end stuff from Slumpy. A nice reset to change the direction on that ball. You saw that one of his teammates was trying to steal it, just like we saw with Barissa earlier, but not this time. 4 now for Carbo. 3-goal lead re-established with 50 seconds to go. Barissa off the kickoff, looking for anything that they can. Liam gets that nice touch over the charging player, but it's a double commit now from Legacy as they panic just a bit. They're tracking back now as Magic trying to challenge this ball, but Josiah is on no boost, only forced to make the one touch. It spills out to the top of the map as Rico looking for that reset. Nice catch, potentially. Barissa on the redirect, potentially. Can't find it, but as we enter this final 30 seconds, Slumpy does catch this ball, and they're just running down the clock now. Are Carbo sitting comfortably on that 3-goal lead, Liquid, and it looks like they're going to run away with this game number 3.
I would definitely agree. If I was Carbo, there wouldn't be a whole lot I'm doing. I'd be trying to keep the ball game slow, keep it in the corner, not really try and do anything with it. Slumpy had to make that backboard read, very smartly so. I think it's a long bomb here by Josiah. Rico says no thank you. Tries to go for a little bit of a psycho there, I think. Why not? That'd be a game changer, I think, going into the next one is you walk away with that goal. But Carbo, very strong in that one. Was able to connect with each other on some infield passes, and just Legacy was not able to respond. It's a lot of the times that first goal, if it happens fast enough, it's hard to come back from. Because although you have 5 minutes of gameplay, it doesn't feel like it. And every minute that kind of ticks by, it amps up the pressure, and then you start extending, especially that third man. He starts diving in a little bit further, because at that point you have nothing to lose, right? The game is won and lost by 1 goal.
Yeah, and of course, in that situation, it was Carbo that ended up running away with it, capitalizing off of the way that Legacy were playing. Of course, we've seen it all night tonight, where their third man is creeping up so far forward. We've seen a lot of times where Barissa gets caught out as the third man, but I think they're still not changing much. They've managed to step up on the offense, and I think it's really their game win. I don't want to give too much discredit to how Legacy have been playing up until now, but I think Liam has definitely been the key for Carbo, and has been the difference between whether GS2 end up winning or losing. But Rico with a nice fake. The mind games from Rico. He's back on the board. He's making up from his own goal from the last game.
But this is what we need to see more of. Just play it low. Everyone's been high in the air for the last 10-15 minutes. No one has been staying low to the ground, and what a beautiful play by the man himself, Rico, to keep that low as he tries to get a pinch, and he takes 2 defenders with him. Liam is off the ball. Magic is now on it, trying to get it into the corner. He collects the boost, leaves the ball, and here Josiah has to make a bit of a play. I think Legacy is on fire here.
Yeah, Legacy starting to remount their momentum. The ideas are flowing. They're beginning to pick up the pen once more as Rico gets that touch away from his opponents and towards his teammates in Magic. And Magic and Barissa are trying to move this forward, but Magic has not recovered in the way he wanted to. He was too slow to that ball. Forces Barissa into action to potentially get this through. No one makes contact on the ball, so that leaves it through for Rico to make this touch on the back wall. Magic plays it low, but Slumpy is there for the defense. Still falling to Rico now. He gets the one touch, but Liam does chase this one down. Gets the second touch as well on the 50. Catches this nicely. A 3v1 situation as Slumpy has a free look towards the net, but no. Rico does close down the angle at the moment with the clear. Josiah with a nice clear down. Liam can't follow this one up. He does side flip, but forced all the way to Rico, who does get that touch towards his own corner.
I think if there's an answer to Liam, I think it's Barissa that's trying to be that physical presence, and they've done a pretty good job a few times. They've thrown themselves out of position, I think, a few times as well, but if there's a tit for tat here, I definitely think that Barissa and Liam are the matchup to play. So that leaves, there he is, a Liam and Barissa demo that just open it up for Rico to take it all the way down the line. This is what I'm talking about, that I'm starting to see that I think they might have found a little bit of an answer, that no longer is Liam the thorn in the side, it's Barissa.
Yeah, and we've been talking about how the supporting cast of Legacy have helped out the main character Enrico so far, and Barissa is really sinking into that role, helping out his teammates as he's going to offload this to Magic here. Slumpy does make the save. Potential for 3-0, but it is still at 2 for now. Rico tries to get that pass, but Josiah does make that defensive effort on the midfield. Magic now with a touch towards Liam. Liam gets that crushing 50. He's going to fall towards the teammate, but Josiah can't make contact, and Rico does get that clear out at the last minute. Barissa plays it to his own corner, but Liam is all over this one. He's going to try to play this in the middle. It's a whiff, and Slumpy does sink it home off the double tap, off of the post. What a nice response for Carbo to half the lead.
There wasn't much room for error there, as Slumpy was up pretty quick, and I think that was a miss by Legacy on the clear, and boy, did they make no mistakes. Carbo very quickly punished them, as we almost see another goal by Rico on a kickoff there. Magic and Liam there, I don't entirely agree with that play. I think Magic could have probably slowed that down and taken that 50 a little bit better, but Barissa is being nuisance here as they pop it a little bit high there. Rico trying to slow that play down. Liam moving it all the way, and Slumpy trying to get a little bit of a cheeky touch here. Josiah tried to get, there's an infield pass there, I think, that was meant for Josiah, but no boost, no ability to turn. Barissa's looking for a demo for sure here. And I don't know if they connected on one or got it bumped there, as we see Rico's on the ball with one last touch. Liam's going to try and pop it over that last defender there. Magic, I think, wanted that to roll up the wall, not able to get there, but they're able to get the ball at least, but it didn't move anywhere. Slumpy is very quick to turn on the ball to keep Rico at bay, as Josiah and Liam, both of them, I think, were hunting for defenders there, but Barissa on a defensive demo, I think, eased up the pressure there.
Yeah, very nice from Magic to jump up nice and early, realize that his teammates were panicking, and now they're going to flip the offense as Magic tries to sink that one through, but the door is shut at the near post. Liam looking to start this offense now for the side of Carbo. The pinch is soft and floats gently towards Rico, who does make that clear out into the corner, but Liam with a nice follow-up and the flick over Magic. No, it's a brilliant save from him. He's going to recover in his own net, and a nice save from Rico. How on earth has this not gone through? Slumpy can't sink it home as well. The double save from Legacy keeps their lead at 1:30 to go, Liquid.
That was... we've seen that, about 3 or 4 times now in this series, just where there's this goal line panic. Oh, what a nice touch by Barissa. Unfortunately, Magic didn't have any boost to get up there. But we've seen that goal line panic where, again, just no one's able to sink it past. So I guess kudos for...
What?
Oh.
How has that one gone through? I think it was a defensive whiff. Rico gets that flip reset. Slumpy gets a whiff, and Liam doesn't realize it's coming through. And Magic just has to guide it home. It just gets his boost to guide himself around the ball and then punch it through off of the dodge. I mean, it's not the way you want to concede, but Legacy, with 1:07, give themselves a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they're in a strong position here. Rico, I don't think, wanted that first touch the way he got it, but Liam and Rico, I think, are going to collide a little bit here. Josiah not able to get it, as we see all the Legacy team on the ball, but they're able to clear it down. I was about to say that the goal line panic has been very interesting to watch, but it's very interesting in that both no one offensively wants to throw themselves at the ball for fear of overcommitting, and defensively everyone very quickly gets their composure and doesn't just panically start throwing themselves at the ball. As Rico took both players, or maybe that was a respawn, and he looks like he's out for blood. He's playing a little bit fast and I think out of control here, but they're in a situation where I guess they have the ability to, lose 1 or 2. Very quickly thrown to Josiah. He tried to get a flip reset, but not able to do anything with it. This is going to be a very interesting play here. Slumpy went F4, and I think Josiah went F4 as a quick touch out of the corner. Barissa doesn't really have to do anything with it. And Josiah, again, Carbo it's on their laurels to try and win this game. They've lost it, but again, they didn't lose it by much. It's a 3-1. So when we're seeing games won, they are they're not blowouts per se. I think we had one blowout. It was 5-1. I think we could say that's a blowout, but they are definitely decisively won. I don't think we've had a single goal win, have we, in this series?
No, I think the winning team has definitely put a lot more goals behind, which is obviously a good sign for the offense. But I think again the defense of both teams needs to be questioned a little bit, as Liquid's cat has made its appearance on the cast once again. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Got any score predictions for tonight?
No, she just wants food, I think. But you've gotten all the food you can eat, and I'm trying to cast a very important game.
I mean, it is very important.
You know what? It's been interesting as the series has gone on to see Barissa become more physical. I'm wondering if that's going to continue into this game. Is Liam and Barissa going to start trading blows? I've seen Rico get a little bit aggressive on those defensive rotations. I mean, those are key. If you're able to collect an attacker on your defensive rotation, that is huge for being able to get a breakout and potential for big hits to make it all the way down to the goal. As Liam, with all the boosts, unfortunately had to throw it away, but we see Liam, again, not wasting any of his boosts as he tries to turn that into a bump. As Liam gets that on the little bit of the back end, and we see Carbo collide with each other. I don't know how they got away with that one. That was very fortunate there, as Liam, I think, was aggressively trying to get back here. Rico makes a nice soft touch, and Legacy is the first one to draw blood here.
Indeed, they draw first blood in this game. 5 Barissa with a nice flick over. Makes Josiah awkward, who was no on boost, and Slumpy doesn't make contact on the ball. Gives Rico a free look at the net. And I mean, how many times is this Rico kid going to keep scoring? Because my god, he has been absolutely fantastic. That gives Legacy their first one in this game.
I was going to say, I think in that last play, Liam might have been a little bit to blame. He threw himself out of position. He had all the boosts, but he was the first one to get out of the play as I think he dove for a player or something there. And both Josiah and Slumpy not able to make a defensive play. So let's see if he has a redemption song here, as Liam very quickly connected there. And what a nice soft touch down here. And this is, I don't think this is going to be another panic moment. Josiah doesn't know what to do with this ball. He's got low boost. He was able to make it into something. My God, another, just another one of these goal line plays of nothing happening. Liam trying to clear the way, stealing all the boosts, trying to turn a bump into something. Josiah turns away to grab the mid boost. Magic's got nothing, but I don't think anyone knew that it was counting. Liam is hunting. I think he's going to try and take Rico on this play here. He does well to keep that ball in play, but Josiah threw himself quite quickly. Stumpy tries to collect the ball out of the corner. He's got 0 boost at this point. Josiah tries to throw it all the way across, and I think Liam's going to collect this quickly and get it downfield.
Yeah, he's still following this one through. Gets it all the way to the opposite side, but Josiah wasn't able to close down the angle too far away from it and too low on boost. He couldn't pick up that speed to meet the brilliance that Liam played in for him, but Slumpy's going to be forced on this opportunity. Leaves it for Liam. It's met by Magic. Magic looking for the follow-up off the ceiling. Does get it over Slumpy on the 50, but Josiah does catch this towards his own corner. Follow-up from Barissa. Looking to get this past Liam, but Liam does get this nice touch out, and another follow-up touch from Liam to get them out for the moment. Josiah again, looking for the sidewall touch. Rico does shut it down. Met by Slumpy. Magic with a touch of his own. High in the sky is going to allow Barissa to come through, but Slumpy does cut that one off in the rotation. Rico gets a free look. It's a 1v1 situation. Barissa's demo. It's Rico versus Josiah, but Josiah does make it back in time, and Slumpy did double commit. That means the shot's going to come through from Magic, but closed down at the last second by Carbo. They do stay alive as we've gone halfway through this game.
This has become a game of inches. I think this is the game that's going to set the stage for the last. Because the series is tied, right? Did I count wrong?
Well, you're counting good. Your counting's fine.
So the series is tied. I think whoever wins this game is winning the next game.
I think everyone's.
Yeah, I know, but look how everyone's putting everything on the line here. Like, there's so much aggression. There's a game of inches. There's barely any mistakes. There's been one mistake, really, on the defensive play from Carbo, and it's been 1 goal. But apart from that, I think everyone's been flawless. There's been mechanical decisions. There's been physicality. Everyone's just covering everyone. Rico's not really getting much opportunity to move the ball as we see Rico removed from the field there. Barissa's been physical. Liam's been physical. Like I said, I think whoever wins this game is winning the next one.
Yeah, with a minute and 20 to go. Legacy trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead as they play some defense. Barissa cuts off that infield pass. Slumpy does get that touch through, and Liam gets bumped by his opponent. It means he can't follow this one up, and the clear comes through for Legacy. Josiah gets this catch through, gets the 1 touch, but it's too far away from him to follow up. Rico does get a nice touch into the air. He's looking for the dribble opportunity. Barissa with another bump, but Rico can't land the final flip reset touch. His Magic is going to be forced to back away. He does cut off the rotation and try and play this across the field. He does get a nice 50 over. Brought out 2 defenders. Liam forced to make the touch. Slumpy on the follow. Barissa does cut him off. Josiah with the catch, looking to push this ball forward. He's trying to get it over Magic, but Magic does stand tall, guides it to the corner. Liam with the follow-up, though, able to get that shot off, but Magic shuts down the door again. Slumpy with this catch, looking for the slippery opportunity off the bump, gets it over 1, but Magic with another stop. Josiah tries to catch this, but the pass isn't going to come through. He's going to try and put it in again, but Rico gets that touch, and in the final 30, Legacy are just holding on, Liquid.
Yeah, that was a fantastic push from Carbo. They've been pretty strong on that last little play there. I thought it was going to turn into something. Just they're missing that secret sauce to get one more goal. I mean, that's all they need at this point is just one goal. And as the clock starts to count down, the pressure is now on for Carbo. And I think every time
might be in.
It's not over yet. I was about to say, I think
right.
every time that they touch the ball, there's going to be someone to meet them. And very effectively, Legacy has won this 1-0, and this is the first close game that we had. And I stand by my prediction. I think since Legacy won this one, I think they're winning the next one. Everyone's heart was on their sleeve for that game.
Oh, I think everyone else's heart was, but mine wasn't. I think I finally got a chance to breathe because of how high flying all the action has been so far tonight. Thanks for the quiet game, Mistaken. Appreciate that. You've gotten yourselves a chance to make it to this play-in through the lower bracket. They put themselves on a double match point. Of course, last series they were in the opposite side of things, where 20R did bring them to that situation where their backs were against the wall. But this time they've got the advantage, and I mean, brilliant for them, Liquid, because I mean they've been playing so well. They've been nicely playing on the offense, and I think their defense, compared to the last series and compared to the beginning of this one, has been a lot better in recent time.
Yeah, I was about to say in that last game, the only defensive mistake I think was the Liam on coming back from demo, just trying to rush back, and that was the only defensive mistake from either side. Just everyone was strong. So I'm hoping my prediction stands true here, as I think Legacy is going to win this one because their heart was on their sleeve for that one, and I think they might have broken the mental game of Carbo.
Yeah, and I think all the exhaustion has definitely disappeared. I think they're running on pure adrenaline for this final game of the day for them. Win or lose, they put up a good fight, but can they close this one out? Can Legacy continue to write their script, or will Carbo shut them down and put it in the bin? Barissa looking to keep this one continuing the offense. It's met by Josiah, who can only get the 1 touch, is floating in the air as Rico does get that touch past one. It's a 1v1 situation. Barissa waiting in the middle for this infield pass. He does whiff, but it does mean that's going to fall through because Magic's overcommitted and Liam he's going to let that one through. Slumpy with credit. And unfortunately, DSQ will come away with that first goal.
You know, Rico had the right idea to connect. It wasn't in front enough, and the second man missed the ball, and then the third man made a decision to dive for it, and they were not rewarded with a goal. That was a good fake by Rico, and he had all the boost to make that kind of a decision here, as Liam gets a demo and is fortunately rewarded with a boost. And Rico is trying to make a play of it here. Magic's up, and I hope that Barissa is up right behind them to try and make something out of it here. Magic just missed that tight angle shot here. Slumpy and Desire is away with the ball. They are hot on Rico's heels, not letting him make the play, as he's still able to get a touch, but here we're seeing Legacy double committing. Slumpy not quite in getting the touch that he wanted, and Rico kicks it away pretty quick.
Barissa does make that clear past Slumpy. Although 2 players did commit from Legacy on the defense. The defense is starting to pattern out just a little bit. I think they're starting to lose that confidence they had, but Magic does finally get that clear out towards Rico, who gets that shot on target. It's off the backboard. Magic with the follow-up. A nice counterattack on transition for Legacy, and they get their equalizer.
What a great play by Rico. Picks up the boost too. Magic stayed with the play. Didn't have a whole lot, but enough to get up high enough. That was a great transition. Very fast. And that's something that we expect out of these kind of players. So now we're at a 0-second reset at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And here we're seeing Barissa trying to make play out of it. Liam very smartly collects it in the corner. Both Josiah and Rico missed. And I think Rico's going to make an opportunity here. He gets demoed, but I think no, there wasn't enough support in this situation. I think smartly so, they stayed back and tried to play the defensive play here. Magic's going to make a run down the side. Slumpy's going to collect it. Magic is going to unfortunately lose control and throw himself across the field. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass. That was a dangerous pass for Legacy because they almost got bit with that one as Carbo made them pay here as Magic had to make a diving stage. It's not out of the woods yet. As Rico is playing a little bit of mind games, low on boost, able to collect the corner, and he's up very quickly. He's going to get a touch here, but it's not enough to make anything out of it. And here we're seeing, again, this back and forth pressure. It's not really been in one end or the other. It is a tie game. My hat is still on Legacy, as I think they had the strongest heart here.
I would patch. Move this one downfield towards the orange side. Rico does get that clear out. It's over. Slumpy. Uh-oh. Liam is back in time, though. The rotations from Carbo still strong. The Slumpy does cut in the rotation on this occasion as the first man. Looking to bump Barissa off the play, but doesn't make contact onto him. But Barissa low on boost, can't make a follow-up. And Rico's missed as well because they're also low on boost. So low on boost are the members of Legacy, but finally finding that 100 is Rico. Who's going to use all of it to try and push up on this challenge. Magic is now back in time with a nice clear downfield towards Rico. Rico lingering around. Is going to be backing away eventually, though. The nice clear towards Slumpy from Josiah. Slumpy with the shot. Saved by Rico. Liam with another touch. It's going to be a shot for Josiah. It's on the near post, but not far enough. Slumpy with that follow-up, and it's saved by Rico at the point of contact.
Yeah, no one's giving any space at all. Everyone is on top of everyone. This is fantastic Rocket League. I mean, like I said, I think everyone's wearing it on their sleeves here, and I think both Rico and Slumpy. Oh, here's an opportunity here, as excuse me. Who was that? Oh, that was Barissa just got removed. Was that Liam? That was Liam. So again, the battle is on. I was about to say, for the last couple minutes or so, Liam has been pretty quiet. He wasn't out there collecting demos. Yeah, they traded. I think this is. Oh no, here's an opportunity. I was about to say, Liam has been pretty quiet, and then as soon as I said that, there was a kick up. Unfortunate side selection. Slumpy ran right into Liam, and Rico made no mistakes. Collected the ball quite quickly. About 50 boosts, and that's all they needed to get past him.
Yeah, a quick capitalization from Rico gives the lead for Legacy. Barissa trying to extend it by 2 off the flip reset off the ceiling. Josiah makes the save, but Magic is called in on the corner in the rotation. But Slumpy gets that pass through. Can he get it over Rico? No, Rico makes the 50 shots the ball down just in time as they were tracking back. Barissa trying to get this ball through. Liam on the follow-up. Rico does make the 50 past him with 30 seconds to go, Liquid. It looks like that Legacy might have completed their comeback and might be completing their run to the lower bracket of this play-in.
Yeah, it is. It's been a fantastic run for Legacy. Sorry that we didn't vote for you, but you've definitely changed this base with your gameplay. Liam, if I was them...
Oh, it's through! How is that gone through? Liam with no boost?
I don't know.
Yes, Q!
I was about to say, if I was Liam, I'd be faking that one and taking a low 50, but just enough of a push, just enough of latency. I don't know what that was, but 2-2. It's all or nothing here.
It is all or nothing as Josiah tries to push this one out of his corner, but gets the bump. Slumpy looking for this touch. Rico on the 50. Barissa is up but can't get that immediate follow-up. It's touched definitely towards that middle. Liam with the clear. It's bounding backwards towards that orange side. Rico gets the touch. Keeps it up. Might play it towards Barissa for the pinch, but no, the miscommunication. Rico can only get the flick over. Slumpy pushes it to his corner. Game 6 overtime. Can Carbo hold on, or will Legacy take this series home?
This is the first overtime in this series, too.
Is indeed the first overtime. Can we see if Slumpy can put this one to bed? Barissa caught on the backboard as Slumpy tries to push that one through, but net by Rico and does get demoed, but Liam comes through on the follow-up. Josiah pushes that towards the wall. That could have been bad if he didn't make contact. Barissa gets bumped out the way by Josiah. Slumpy is coming through. Rico with the touch, looking to move this one forward. The 50, Liam tries to crunch it through, but it's off the post, off the crossbar. Magic trying to clear this one out and does. Rico off the follow-up, calls Barissa off the play. Dribbling this one out is Rico, looking for this push into the corner. Does get it up, but Josiah will be there to meet it.
I was just about to comment about how Legacy has not been double committing, and then Rico and Josiah double. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss. Wow, Magic was there just in time to save that one. I was about to say Rico, or there has been no double. Again, another goal line just burner. They're not letting me get my phrase out, so I'm just going to give up on this point. As Slumpy throws it into the midfield, Desire is going to try and interrupt the play here. Magic's got enough boost to make one touch, not enough to make a play out of it. Razia's got to make this play, and Slumpy's collected the ball? Nope, he's backwards. Not sure what to do here. It's almost on target. Liam just about got his wheels taken off. As we're seeing Slumpy keep the pressure on, Liam is way back. Desire is going to join him, and I think they're going to recoup here and try and make a push all the way down the field. But that could be dangerous as Legacy has not given any opportunity to make mistakes. Desire throws it into the corner. Liam and Desire both leave. Slumpy is going to try and keep the pressure on here. He's also got low boost. So either everyone is off the boost paths or everyone is hunting the hundreds. I'm not sure what the story is. But Rico got that 100 and dodged that demo attempt by Liam. But I think Liam is putting himself into positions that are getting him out of the attacking zone. Rico is up quickly, does a nice defensive play. Magic's going to slow the play down here. Nice little touches here. These are what you need right now. You need to slow the play down. You've been battling for 7 minutes. You need to give yourself a little bit of a breathing room and not just constantly be going.
Touch does drop down as Josiah gets that 50 out to the corner. Pace might be starting to increase now as Barissa tries to start this counter-attack on the right-hand side. Gets that 50 out. Magic wasn't aware of it. He was about to commit to a flip, and he realized the ball was coming his way and then stopped in his tracks and couldn't get the touch he wanted. Now Josiah off the sidewall towards Barissa. Liam can't follow this one up as Slumpy gets the catch, looking for Barissa, but can't find him. Barissa trying to find that follow-up. Gets beaten out by Liam. Liam with this follow-up touch. Magic is there. Does collect... No, does dodge the 100. Doesn't make it in time, but Josiah looking for that double tap. Opportunity to put Carbo within 1 and within that game 7, maybe, but Liam getting that touch out of that shot potentially, but no, doesn't make contact. Josiah gets the demo to try and help out his teammate, try and recover this defense, but Slumpy does turn around and help out his team now. Josiah through on the shot. It's going towards that top corner, but no, it's too wide, and Liam isn't able to find it on the follow-up. Rico makes the touch. Josiah with the fake on the catch. Magic does shut it down and gets that clear out. 3 minutes of overtime. Magic towards Rico. The miss, and Magic almost up and got that pinch through. It could have been an opportunity for Legacy to end this series, but Josiah tries to clear this out. It's a weak touch, and Liam gets that touch up. Slumpy up against Magic. Magic is looking for that touch. It's only one off the backboard towards his teammate. Barissa doesn't make contact. Rico can only hit it so high up. I think the nerves are starting to settle through, Liquid.
I think I'm going to need a smoke and a nap after this, guys. Rico just going to throw that one at net. That's a smart play to put them back on the defense. As I think Barissa and Rico collided a bit there, but Rico come away with the boost. So here we are in a situation where Legacy is on defense, but they had all the boost, so they had the advantage. Barissa's going to throw it off the backboard, hoping to collect something down. Didn't quite land, they wanted to. I think Slumpy got a reset, a very awkward situation here, as Liam's going to try and move the ball down. Just every time somebody is touching the ball, they are met immediately by an opposition. Here's a goal line opportunity here. Liam looks like he's going to... Never mind, he's going to be the one that gets the demo. I was about to say, he looks like he's going to be about to collide with someone here as as Barissa was on the receiving end of the demo. Rico is back. He's ready to play. He's moving the ball again. We've been in Carbo's end for a little while here, but there just hasn't been an opportunity that's opened up.
Yeah, I think very slowly the offense has switched for the side of Legacy. They've definitely broken out of their defense, but Liam's looking to change that once more. Rico with a nice touch towards that corner. Buys his teammates sometimes to refuel, but that does also mean the same for Carbo. But a nice demo from Rico allows his teammate Barissa to come through on the challenge, but no one's there for the immediate follow. Rico looking for the shot. It! And that is the dagger. Almost 5 minutes played. A mistaken in 6. Move on to the playoffs.
Oh, what a fantastic touch by Rico. Oh, that was so close to a save as well. But hats off to both the teams here. The battle back. Clearly, we got the prediction wrong, but seeing the way this series progressed as Legacy just woke the beast and slowly battled back. There was a flip-flop at the start, game 1, game 2. No one's really knowing what's going on. And then, of course, we had the false starts. That's what's a production show without false starts and having to remake the lobbies. But fantastic showing by both teams. I think they should be happy. Unfortunately, that's the end of Carbo's run as Legacy moves on one more time.
Yeah, Carbo unfortunately could not find the solution to their problem. And again, Rico, back-to-back MVPs, even more points than in the last game. He was up 300 points from the last series. I mean, if this isn't the best individual performance you've seen in a playoff run so far, I don't know what is. Because Rico, hats off to you, my friend. You are incredible.
I'm happy to see those 11 demos as well. So he's very well-rounded, right? You've got shots, you've got goals, you've got saves. So he's just not a one-trick pony.
I'll tell you what, Liquid, in the last series, he only got 1. So I'm sure that will make you a little happier.
But I think Liam